All right. We are live with the advanced R&D team. We've got KennyG and Merzain in the house. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing
So
great.
ready.
Excited for this.
All right, well, I'm going to hand it over to you and just introduce Thrawn is Nate from the Gamers Guild, Chazu is Todd from Turn Zero, and it's going to be a hilarious mess of jank and just goofiness. So why don't you guys let our viewers know what's being played and what's going down?
Sure.
So,
Merzain, do you want to talk through Nate's roster and I can talk through Todd's roster a little bit?
I don't remember all the specifics for both rosters. I do remember, all I remember, it's been a long day. uh, Todd's roster, we chose for him to build Criminal Syndicate and Guardians of the Galaxy together, and he couldn't take MODOK. So, I think we came to a pretty interesting wide Criminal Syndicate base with a Guardians flex.
Yep.
Nate, on the other hand, go over Nate. I think you probably remember him a little bit more.
Yeah, so Nate's for Nate we gave him Wakanda and Spider Foes. And basically he just is taking Spider Foes as a feint from what we discussed on our podcast and is pretty much going to run Wakanda and try to throw in Corvus with the reality gem and Proxima pretty much at any point total he can. So it'll be a very interesting game as Todd Swarmless tries to likely take on the Wakandans with Reality Corvus and Proxima. So really cool stuff.
I'm really excited. Nate definitely said, mark his words, if he got Secures, he was going to try to take him to Demons Downtown, and he did that because we've got Demons Downtown and the Spider Infected as our two crises.
Yeah. So I think the key for Todd here is, I mean, we know a little bit about it. His hired muscle play, trying to force the points in his direction, to make himself more action efficient um, than Nate here.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the hired muscle play really early. I don't know if Nate's aware of it. I don't know, and I don't know if he'll see it. But if he does, I think he could potentially just murder face whoever goes up there and grabs the spider.
Yeah, he definitely could, especially with Proxima and Corvus. That's sort of what they do: go around and kill things.
Just murder the world.
The
I think the key is going to be spider infected. The demons downtown are going to be next to pointless for most of the game. There's too many reds to score,
yeah,
and they don't provide enough points, and they're a detriment. So there's going to be very few people on the points.
yeah, exactly. So whoever I think controls the spiders is going to control, or the spider infected is going to control the game. The other thing here with Nate is with the banned and restricted list, he's losing drop off with Proxima and Corvus, and since he's out of the Black Order affiliation, he no longer has access to Mothership. So it'll be a really interesting thing here as he tries to pull this off and navigate the game.
I think that his biggest hurdle is going to be delivering. Once he's delivered them, though, I think it's going to be really hard for the Guardians or the Criminal Syndicate, whichever one he chooses, to push him back out.
Yeah, that's very true.
I see 5 people already in the hidden zone. I can't see the hidden zone, but you probably can on stream. Oh, so 5 wide versus 6 wide. I'm imagining this
Ooh,
is 19 points.
I think they said 17.
Hold on, let's do some math. So 3, 6, 9, 11, 13. Yeah, at 17. Interesting. So 6 wide at 17.
Dang.
Todd has brought Guardians. He's got Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Taskmaster, Vision, and Okoye. And he's brought Marked for Death, Medpack, Deadly Duo, Hired Muscle, and We Are Groot. So he
Yep.
is looking for that hired muscle play, but in a really roundabout way. I don't think I've seen this squad like this do that. Nate's bringing, of course, Wakanda. He's got the basic Wakanda 3. Oh, no, he doesn't. I'm sorry, because he can't use Shuri. So he's got Panther, Taskmaster, and Okoye to make Wakanda, and then Proxima and Corvus with the reality gem. And he's also bringing hired muscle, field dressing, medpack, Wakanda forever, and disarm.
so this is going to be very interesting. I'm curious. I mean, if Nate's been reading any of the content or listening to any of the content we've been putting out around Hired Muscle, then he pretty much knows the play here. So it'll be
He's also measuring
interesting.
it too. So
Yeah, yeah. He's starting off the game by pre-measuring where he can be within 3 from those furthest civilians. So very
I'm so
interesting
excited. I
stuff
have no
here.
idea how they're going to play that. I like that they both have Taskmaster. We have evolved beyond everyone playing MODOK, and I think that everyone's going to start taking Taskmaster in the
Well,
R&D meta.
Todd couldn't play MODOK.
Yeah, I'm aware. But that's the only one that they share? No, they both share Okoye as well. Okoye is bananas. She won the game last night, didn't she?
She did win the finals game last night, which, according to our inner maths guy Minion, that's about a 39% chance of Okoye doing 6 damage to Thanos there. So a little less than a coin flip, but still decently good odds there. I was expecting much less personally, but I mean, I guess that's how dice work.
Yeah, once you start getting like crits and rerolls and stuff involved, things become way more consistent than you'd originally think.
Yeah. Oh,
And
and
she
with
had the
Pierce too.
oh yeah, and Pierce.
Yeah, so it makes sense, but overall, a really well played game on both sides. Hopefully, for those watching tonight, we're not planning on this taking 5 hours, so you should be able to get to bed at a decent time.
I also don't expect this to be nearly as competitively focused. This is deep jank. Also, is Todd here? Did he step away for a second? Is he getting things sorted out?
Did you have to go to the bathroom again?
I have no idea.
Or oh wait, he might have. They did like crisis selection and roster selection. He's probably going right now. I don't think he went before
Yeah,
we
he's
got
going to
live
the
or we
bathroom.
went live. But yeah, I'm curious. Do you think Todd just maybe swarms one side of the map with his roster there and just focuses on one side instead of the other?
I think it's going to depend on how Nate positions. If Corvus is on one side, then he needs to swing to the other side. If Corvus is in the middle, it's a little bit more complicated. I think that's the one he's trying to avoid or try to blast. Yeah, he just came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make sure that Corvus doesn't just go berserker mode on his entire squad is the primary goal, I believe.
Yep. So one thing I was hoping Todd would do here is I was hoping he would bring Loki maybe over Vision. Just to make it that much harder for Corvus to do either Glaive's Edge or for the married couple to do all their activation or back-to-back activation shenanigans, really make it hurt for Nate to do that kind of thing. So Vision here, not a bad choice, but personally I love Loki, so I was hoping to see that in play.
I think that's more of your own bias too. You also would have really liked Strange, wouldn't you?
Getting called out for that already, but
Yeah. So Bro Dameron was asking a little bit about the concept. Just for those who are just now joining, we talked about it a little bit. We do a podcast of the same name, Advanced R&D. Every episode is going to have someone building a roster with 2 random affiliations and some sort of restrictions. For these, it was Todd playing Criminal Syndicate and Guardians of the Galaxy and could not use MODOK, and Nate could use Wakanda and Spider Foes but could not bring Shuri. Now that they've built their rosters without knowing what the other person was playing or what they'd be playing, who they'd be playing, so they couldn't even do any kind of metagaming there. They're playing the game with these janked out rosters that they put together. The big things that we talked about on the cast for Todd is he talked about doing hired muscle and criminal syndicate shenanigans. He's ditched the criminal syndicate and is playing Guardians. And Nate's very very first idea was to go reality Corvus with Proxima, and has done exactly that.
That might have been a mistake when we were building the rosters, but we'll see how it works out tonight because, like I was saying earlier, Reality Corvus and Proxima, they've lost Rocket Boots and Drop Off, and they are playing out of affiliation, so they don't have access to Mothership. So it'll really make it a little bit harder for him to potentially get them into play. But I mean, still, once they get into play, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I'm curious to see how quickly Todd tries to just knock Corvus down once he's in range, because that's going to be probably priority target number one for him.
Yeah, I think your goal is to avoid, to control, or to kill. And with Corvus, killing him can be really tough. He does have a lot of guys, though. If Corvus gets in a rough spot, there is the potential that he could. Oh, excuse me. There is the potential that he can just nuke him with action economy. I mean, 6 dudes. He's got Star-Lord, Rocket, and Vision with good range, energy range, which isn't super important into Corvus. Okoye's got a pretty decent range attack and a reroll. We've got Groot and Taskmaster to kind of follow up when he gets in. Demonic technique might be really big.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, so
Yep.
Todd is moving Corvus up. Looks like he's going, or not Todd, Nate moving Corvus up, and it looks like he's doing the hired muscle play and trying to move all those spider infected back towards his side to make Todd come towards him. So, um, not not too surprising. We saw him pre-measuring before a game while Todd was in the bathroom, and this is, I think, going to put Todd on his back foot a little bit to try and come and counter this in what ways he can.
Yep. Corvus has the natural power to play hired muscle, move 3 characters, or move 3 spider infected, and then pick one up himself. And he ended his activation. It doesn't look like he did Proxima afterwards. I think that's a good thing. I think at this step of the game, with so many activations on the other side, getting the double activation isn't as important until things start happening.
Yep.
So Todd looks like he's going to go with Star-Lord. Probably just going to double move and try to get that spider infected that Nate moved, or maybe do a hired muscle of his own to try to. Yeah, he's measuring out the hired muscle. I think he's going to try to pull these things back towards his side of the table.
Ooh.
Nate sort of did the one closest to his side more laterally than back towards his deployment. I
Yeah,
wonder if
I
that's
was
going to come
curious
back to
about that.
bite him. That was a little bit odd. Um,
I would have expected him to just pop it off that roof and right next to Proxima to where she could easily go and grab that guy. The other thing I'm curious about here, I don't with Corvus potentially so exposed so early on, I would almost be tempted to have Star Lord and Rocket just maybe try and pop some shots into him before next round. But also, I could see it being like you don't want to load him up with power to just come and shred your guys. So I don't
I
know.
think it's exactly that. Corvus is up on a building. He's got the spider infected, so there's a chance that he'll just plop down in the middle of your dudes. Uh, I think you don't want to give him any kind of power right now. You want to power starve him at least until make him work for it.
Yeah, let him activate round 2 and then try to take him out at the end of that round once he's activated him.
Yeah, Jordan. Jordan Blythe says for these being jank, they're pretty solid. Yeah. We're trying to keep the restrictions light right now and have them be somewhat competitive. As we go on, I think we're going to start getting crazier restrictions and more meaningful ones. The big ones in this one was trying to get those huge staples out of the way, that MODOK and that Shuri, and see what it forces you to build when you can't have the best things in your affiliation.
Yeah, we really wanted to, especially with Nate's roster in Wakanda, wanted to avoid the Wakanda wave. So restricting Shuri there was the easy choice as far as trying to make him just have a little bit harder choices, and it turned out to be, I guess, a pretty easy choice with Reality Corvus and Proxima. So hindsight 2020 there, we couldn't really shoot him down in the middle of the episode. But that could potentially be something we see as a restriction later on.
Star-Lord did get his first advance. He's moving up really close to Corvus. It looks like he's going to be doing a hired muscle potentially on these two. Yeah, he's going to hired muscle the two that Nate moved. I think he's going to move that one back to the middle. He says he doesn't even want the other one. I'm curious how he's going to have the power to pick this one up, or if that's even his plan, or what he's doing with it.
Yeah, because
Hired muscle makes things so weird.
he didn't bring advanced R&D at all.
It looks like he's just going to stack them on top of each other.
Yeah, you want them, come and get them.
He's just moving them up and saying, "Come and get them. They're up next to Star-Lord." I know he doesn't care if Star-Lord dies. Star-Lord's leadership isn't really too important.
Yeah. I almost fully expect him to set up next round to first activation be the deadly duo and pop some shots into Corvus and Proxima and whoever is up that far.
Looks like Panther's going to come up, and I'm imagining he's going to grab one of these infected and swipe at Star-Lord. He's got that long move ready. Yeah, that was a weird placement on the Star-Lord. It was very aggressive. I don't think he's anywhere close to being in danger of being one shot or anything, but it's definitely something I'm questioning. Strike into Star-Lord. All right, we've got a really bad roll for Wakanda. We got one hit and one wild for Panther, or for Star-Lord. So no damage, but he will get the push. It's not worth re-rolling because he wants the power to be able to pick up that spider infected. It looks like he's trying to push him short away onto the demon portal. That's really cute. Get him on the demon portal so he can incinerate. Nate's list is very aggressive, so he really wants his opponent to be incinerated, and probably not himself.
Everyone thought Control Wakanda was the meta, but here we're going to see aggressive Wakanda, which looks to be pretty strong too, just off the roster.
Get picked up the spider. I don't know if he's within one of the demon portal. It's very close. He is just out, so he won't be getting incinerated.
Ooh.
Todd's really excited about it.
Yes.
You guys can't hear them, but we have them pretty low, so we can still kind of see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Jared's Hole asks, if the leader dies, you lose your affiliation bonus. Yes, if your leader is KO'd, you lose the affiliation bonus. If they're dazed, you still get it, unlike most other superpowers. So if Black Panther's the leader for the Wakandan team, if he is gone, they lose their reroll ability.
One thing to note with Star-Lord as well, if he were to use his leadership to give out winging it tokens before he KOs, the player with the winging it tokens would still have those tokens for those rerolls. That is still an effect that would be in place in the game because of the tokens.
Yeah, the winging it tokens give them the rerolls. Oh, excuse me, I should have had a coffee. Jeez, that's what happens when I play like 6 hours of League of Legends before I do this.
And some Minecraft.
And a little bit of Minecraft. I don't think the Minecraft was that exhausting though. Yeah, it's a little relaxing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should have just kept that League adrenaline going. Okoye is moving up. I think she shot Star-Lord. She's picking up the thing, picking up the spider infected. I think he's deciding if he wants to shoot Star-Lord.
So here's a question for you, Merzain, since you are an accuser and understand 95 to 100% of all things rules related.
I don't know if
Spider
I go that far, but thanks.
Hey, I gotta hype you up for everyone. Spider infected and the demon portals. So if you move with the spider infected, like I know it happens during the power phase, or both those things happen sort of in the power phase. Is spider infected before the demon portals?
So the player with priority is going to be able to decide. So whoever has priority, which will probably be Nate because he has less characters, will decide which one resolves first. So if he wants to move people onto the incinerate tokens, it's great for him to go first because if Todd rolls the dice and ends up plopping onto the incinerates, then he gets incinerated. If he doesn't, if his own characters are on there and he doesn't want them to get hit, he probably wants them to resolve the portals and then resolve the spider infected, so Nate can't move his characters onto the portals.
Yeah, that
So
makes
it's
sense.
actually a really interesting interaction. It's one of my favorite parts about this exact crisis setup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think for Nate, since Nate's likely gonna have priority, I would say maybe all but one round. Um I would see him doing it based on who has the most spider infected tokens that they are holding at that time.
Exactly. Looks like so Okoye picked up that spider infected, moved onto his back point, where she's probably going to sit for as long as humanly possible. Taskmaster's moving up. They're measuring a 1 from Black Panther. I'm not quite sure what that's for.
No, there's the token underneath him.
Oh yeah, there is a token. So he's rushing up to grab that token. I think the light post may be just in the way. Nate is offering him the demon portal.
It's
Oh,
a kind offering, but not one to accept. So yeah, for those watching, you may not have seen this map before. This is one that our very own Sugi has created just for this podcast right here. So really cool. As you can see, we've got the Punisher van in one of the corners of the map, and sort of the premise behind this map. We don't see Punisher on the table, but Punisher's been going around punishing people and doing different things. So really cool. I really like what he's done with this map. Makes flyers a lot, I think, more valuable here with these big buildings that we see.
funny enough, the only flyer that we see brought is Star-Lord. The only one that Nate had access to was a Green Goblin.
We have Vision too.
Oh, we have Vision. You're right. I forget Vision exists. All right, we've got an
Um,
attack from Proxima. It looks like.
oh
Looks like it was
man.
a spear throw poisoning someone. Poisoning
Oh,
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
2 damage in a Taskmaster. Good play getting that spear throw to get the free
But
place, the free damage, and then still have power to pick up that
now
effect.
can Taskmaster not photographic reflexes here?
He could. I don't think he wants to. There's not very good odds to do more than 1 damage, and for the 2 power investment, it's not really worth it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think he wants to save that power so he can do some mnemonic techniques, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna call it that. It may not be pronounced that way. I'm sorry.
Mnemonic sounds right.
Mnemonic.
The M is silent.
This is looking a little
See.
bad for Todd. Nate has 4 spider infected. Round 1, Todd's just now picking up his first with Vision.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's I think that, and the big thing too is Todd's not going to have priority.
Yeah, I think this could also hurt Nate and get him out of position though, to where now Todd is able to more effectively hurt some of Nate's dudes and potentially KO them, daze and KO them pretty quickly.
Well, Nate will have the choice next round to be able to move back and make Todd come to him, or to aggress. And Taskmaster is right next to the husband-daughter duo. Husband-daughter, wow. Husband and wife duo. Husband and wife duo. I'm probably gonna mess it up a lot tonight. But Taskmaster's probably dead next round. With the way his intuitive pattern recognition, if an enemy character targets him with an attack, has already targeted this character with an attack. So he wouldn't have it for the second activation. I was wondering if one of them went into him and then the other went in, if he'd just get the extra 2 dice of defense against all of it, but no, he does not. He does get his martial artist though, and he's not
Yeah,
going to be incinerated.
I don't think we're going to see another activation out of Taskmaster.
not
Unfortunately.
not Todd's Taskmaster anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
He's also poisoned, which is going to be very unfortunate.
So you think Nate comes up here? I see he's using Taskmaster now because it's his last activation. You think he's coming up here and gonna just secure that last demon portal in the center?
Probably. He doesn't need to. He could just throw an attack into somebody. Might be throwing
Yeah.
a shield right now.
Oh,
Yep,
there's a
he's throwing
shield throw.
shields. Nate, from what I have seen him, he primarily plays a lot of Avengers. This is literally just Captain America's shield throw. We've got a hit and a crit into 1 wild. So he'll do 1 damage. No
Yeah,
wild ricochet though.
No wild is nice for Todd. So, to those watching, quick question for you: what are some janky affiliation combos that you think would be interesting to see together? I'm curious to see what y'all think here.
Or some interesting restrictions.
Ooh, yeah, interesting restrictions.
What are some character combos or affiliation and character combos you'd like to see built around or strayed away from? Also, I'm being told by Chad again that yes, it is mnemonic.
All right.
Yeah, the duo in Wakanda is super good. Asgard no Valk, yeah, I like that. One that I discussed a little bit on the cast. I see Black Order no Corvus. I actually was suggesting Black Order, but the reverse. You have to take Ebony Maw, or or there are restrictions like that where you want to take this specific affiliation, but you have to take one of their lesser characters. Cabal, and you have to take Bullseye. So a little bit of attacks makes it a little bit harder to get some of those good combos in there.
I'm a little hesitant on Ebony Maw. Like, you have to play him just because if you don't, or I mean, if you are forcing people to have him in their roster, I think they're just going to flex to whatever whatever affiliation is not Black Order that they have there. So,
Well, I guess it depends on what the other affiliation is.
That's true. Spider Foes.
Spider Foes is the de facto not an affiliation second option. Because that's at least that's what Nate basically made it feel like.
Nate was like, yeah, so basically I'm playing Wakanda here.
Yeah.
And those 3 slots I have for Spider Foes are worthless.
I'm playing Wakanda with no Shuri, and I'm 3 slots down. Neat. I definitely think there's some flex for Spider Foes. I think if it wasn't Spider Foes and Wakanda, we could have seen more. So both affiliations would need something. So you could do like Black Order and Wakanda with Storm and Ebony Maw being required. We're on to round 2 right now. Breaking back into this game. Nate is rolling for spider infected, Corvus will move.
Ooh, that's good for Todd.
That is good for Todd. Todd's not going to be able to respond before he moves away. Here's another thing. Nate's using disarm, so Nate's going to have the opportunity to go and then disarm someone.
Oh, oh, if he disarms Rocket, that's gonna kill Deadly Duo this round.
He's moving Corvus away. I feel like that's not a bad thing.
No,
Yeah, I think
not
that
at all.
Rocket's really aggressively placed, by the way. We didn't mention it, but he's between the back and middle portals. Uh Nate doesn't have any throws, so aside from Black Panther's pounce. So I think he's pretty safe from being yeeted into like Groot or Okoye. He's got
Yeah,
Groot and Okoye next to him, so he's pretty safe.
yeah. I think we'll see with
Someone else
Rocket. I
is moving.
mean, he can't. Todd has no access to throws, displacement, really anything like that outside of Black Panther. So I think what we'll see with Todd is he's just gonna let Rocket sit there, and if Black Panther comes up to him, Black Panther's just gonna get nuked at that point. So Rocket being aggressively placed, I don't necessarily think is a horrible thing here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. This is a really hard placement for Todd. He's gonna move. He's moving Black Panther onto the point right in front of Star Lord, but he was thinking about moving him back.
So,
What was that, Suki? He is gonna get an incinerate token.
oh, Nate did not.
Just like I
I
was
guess.
talking about, there was more people. He had more people on Spider infected than Todd did, so he could have chosen to do the incinerate, and only Okoye and Groot would have gotten it. But now that he has elected not to, Proxima and everyone seems to be moving so far. But he'll have 3 people with incinerate tokens. He'll have Okoye, Proxima, and Black Panther. That's really fortunate for Todd. I don't know if Nate was aware or just wasn't thinking about that. I also don't think he expected 3 of his characters to move.
Yeah.
Okoye is rolling now and does not move.
Still, what was that? 2 movements there for Nate.
3 movements. He got to move Corvus, Proxima, and uh, Black Panther. And now Todd will be forced to move Vision. And Vision's just going to move right to the back corner of the table, as far
Ooh,
away from the action as humanly possible.
man, that's rough for Todd. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, what's the average on this? Like 50%. So it's a little expected. Yeah, crit, wild, or hit. So that's 50% of the dice sides.
I think this is fantastic for Todd. He can only choose to move away Proxima or Black Panther if he's going to retreat, which means that his team's going to get somebody.
Yeah.
There is a lot of incinerate on the table.
I love me some demon portals.
Yeah, Panther, Groot, Proxima, and Okoye. Looks like he's measuring for Corvus to come in and start wrecking face. So
Ooh,
he's going super aggressive.
that's I mean, as a Sooner and others said last night on the stream, backseat gaming is pretty easy to do when you're not the ones playing, but putting all those people within range of Rocket and Deadly Duo, I'm not I'm not sure if I want to do that here.
Well, he's measuring Corvus to Rocket. I think he's trying to remove Rocket from the equation. He'll have Corvus and he'll have Proxima to do it. Proxima is in range 2, but right now they're measuring to see if Corvus can fit in that range 2 and get to Rocket. I don't think he can kill Rocket either way, right? Because he's got Okoye's bodyguard online. He's got Groot
Got
standing
Groot.
behind him in bodyguard range. Nate's gonna
Yeah.
risk it and is out. So I think he's just gonna hit Taskmaster. I think he either just moves again or starts trying to get rid of Taskmaster.
I think at this point, Taskmaster is the way to go.
He definitely double activates this time. He
The
didn't last round, and that's fine.
Taskmaster does count in blanks now
Yes.
with Martial Artist.
But well, he doesn't have enough power for it, but eventually so can Corvus. Corvus will have successes on 7 out of 8 sides of the die when he uses Glaive's Edge to count blanks. We're getting that attack in Taskmaster. And it sounded like he said he's bodyguarding into Okoye. Oh, he must be doing an atom splitter. He's doing an atom splitter into Rocket, which is being bodyguarded. That's 2 wilds on the atom splitter and a skull critical for 5 total successes. Okoye has 3 total successes from his crit and a skull.
Pretty solid.
Yep, so that'll be 2 damage, so he can bodyguard again. That's actually perfect. He wants exactly 2 damage on Okoye every time.
Oh, no, that's just 1.
Is it 1? I thought he rolled 5. No, he did roll 5. No, he rolled 4. I'm blind, I can't count. He rolled 4. Proxima's doing a spear throw, which is
Groot's
probably going to go into Groot, yeah. Would die.
Groot's rolling 1.
2 hits from the Proxima.
No poison here.
No blocks. So Groot's going to take 2.
It's not too surprising.
Yeah, trees don't really like fire.
37% chance.
Oh, what?
Yep, already on fire. Contest that point. Good call.
Yeah, that's not a bad move, I don't think. And it's gonna be it's even with all of his dudes right here. It is so hard to kill Corvus and Proxima.
Yeah,
so they're not really in a lot of danger. Another spear throw. I would have done a strike here to build some power, but I don't think that's really a huge detriment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just pump damage into Groot, he's likely just gonna heal it.
Yeah,
because that's what he does.
3. One of them being a crit, critting into 4, so he'll get the poison on him because he rolled a wild from that crit. Groot rolls nothing and will be on 6 damage.
Well, he's just gonna heal it all.
Well, if he gets a chance, I imagine Rocket's the next move. I think the next move is to use Rocket to Deadly Duo and try to blast Black Panther off the table. Get that.
That's true.
He's one of the best ones on Nate's team, and getting him out early is going to really be useful.
Yeah, and killing that affiliation bonus would be nice for
if he can kill
Todd
the
as
affiliation
well.
bonus, that's going to be extreme.
And it makes Nate next round choose whether or not he wants to activate Panther first or just let him get blasted off the map again, because he's going to have Incinerate if he gets dazed anyway. Though he
Todd's
does have
definitely
field
thinking out his
dressing.
option.
I don't know if anyone will have power to field dressing Black Panther, though, after everything happens this round.
Sugi's predicting a 5-attack Rocket. I concur. I think we're going to get 5 attacks from Rocket. 3 of them being right into Black Panther's face. I think he's the primary target. He's going to have two. He's going to have 2 energy defenses currently.
Yeah, and I don't know if you care much about counting blanks or rerolls during that.
So on the on the turn 0 stream, it's the death zone. But here, I'm going to put my foot down and say that we're Kenny Loggins fans and we're entering the danger zone. Danger zone. It's kind of the reverse too, because typically the death zone is where Corvus and Proxima are standing, because of where Corvus and Proxima are standing. But now it's because they're in danger.
Exactly. This is a how
This
the
is a really good
turntables.
position for Todd.
Yeah, yeah. Those spider infected rolls were clutch for Todd there.
Well, and this was just an extremely aggressive play from Nate. Uh, I like it. I like the aggression, but that may come back to haunt him.
I like the aggression because it means we're not getting a 5-hour game. Most likely.
Well, this one isn't for the World Championship, so I don't think that we're going to see that much thought put into any of these moves.
This is. I'll allow this to be the world champions.
Don't forget, Rocket.
It is bragging rights for the first advanced R&D win.
Yeah, Rocket
This is
gains
true.
power from his shots, so he can medpack Groot if need be.
I think Sugi. I don't know if the chat can hear Sugi, but we can, so I'm gonna.
No, I unmuted myself. Chat can hear me too.
Okay.
Oh man! All right, here comes that deadly duo.
Here's the deadly duo. Who is this into? That was into Black Panther. Black Panther takes 1. Next is into Taskmaster. Interesting. Probably going to avoid Corvus so that he doesn't give him
Yeah,
extra
that's fair.
power. That looks like a good roll from Rocket. That's 4 hits.
Oh my gosh.
Wow! Oh wow!
And that's going to be 1 crit with no other successes from Taskmaster. Probably see a reroll. No, he's just taking it right to the face. It's a lot of power for Rocket. Rocket's up to 4 power.
I feel
he's
a Hadron.
Yeah, I was about to say he's probably fishing for Hadron Enforcer.
Yep.
Last one is
It's gotta be Proxima. Oh, look at that roll! It's the reverse.
Who is this into? It doesn't matter. There's definitely no. He said bad play.
Not a bad play. So here's a question. Taskmasters, what is it called? The mnemonic
Strike.
technique.
Target
It adds dice to the target or to the attack roll equal to the target's physical defense. If Groot instead takes that for Rocket, does that mean that we're rolling 4 extra dice, or is he rolling the 2 extra dice for Rocket? Because Rocket was the original target there.
It'll be 4 extra dice because you'll do the target and then you'll create the dice pool based on the mnemonic strike. Rocket did a pot shot into Taskmaster and did no damage because of the intuitive pattern recognition, giving him 2 extra dice.
Oh no!
I definitely would have shot Black Panther there.
So there's one more shot.
I feel like he's got his last shot. He's definitely thinking about what he wants to do with it. Rocket's definitely. I don't think Rocket's close enough to get counterstruck by Taskmaster. Maybe. This one looks like it's into Panther. And it's just another strike. That's 2 successes. One of them is a crit. And this crit rolls into a skull. So 2 total successes.
Todd dice, classic.
The classic Todd.
So I really hope he medpacks here.
Before he deadly duoed, do y'all think that he potentially should have used a winging it token on something else, like maybe marked for death here?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Marked for death's not going to be very
putting a winging it token on the one time Rocket's going to get 5 shots. Like the reroll is value town right there.
Yeah.
That's literally the one time you want, because you're going to actually get all 3 of those rerolls online.
Chat's asking, what about a restriction on Taskmaster for future rosters? That's definitely one we consider. I think that Taskmaster got taken from Todd, more that he's using Criminal Syndicate, and Nate took him just because he's good. We're definitely going to keep track of some of these more commonly taken characters because we've got
Oh, he used We
Okoye
Are
being
Groot and
taken.
Medpack, so his team is almost
Ooh.
completely healthy.
We Are Groot,
We Are Groot
and
and
Medpack
Medpack?
play. We Are Groot, I guess, does that hit his Taskmaster?
Range
Yes.
4? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So
Ooh.
everyone's healthy.
That's
Nice.
not. I don't hate that.
Man.
I like that a lot.
That was a really good play. Swinging the damage back into his favor. Nate's got Taskmaster and Black Panther both sitting at 3 damage. Now we're back into Nate's turn. Turns passed.
You know Star-Lord's going to just double pew-pew.
Yeah, I think Black Panther's looking to get onto Rocket. I would not be surprised to see a pounce so you can get in range of Rocket, swipe at Rocket. Groot has to eat it and then gets pushed away. And then Rocket has to eat it himself. Todd has used 4 of his cards in round 2. Had he used the Guardians affiliation bonus, he would have used all 5 of them. I think that would have been totally worth it too. Also, if he didn't really need to use them, he would have had those rerolls for the defense. Mantle the Black Panther, so Black Panther can reroll a bunch, and he's smacking Star-Lord.
Another thing with everything getting close and personal here, round 2, I think this is going to set Todd and Vision up for some pretty good beam attacks in 3. Positions himself appropriately.
That's a 5-hit strike from Black Panther right into Star-Lord. Star-Lord only rolled 1 block.
Oof. Yeah, you can't
So
reroll
4
that
damage.
one.
Nope. 2 to pounce, probably into Star-Lord, and then hitting Rocket, I'd assume. Or pouncing into Rocket. Moving Star-Lord out of the way so he can get that pounce on Rocket. Good play. I am a little concerned, though, because if he doesn't kill Rocket, if he tries to attack Rocket, he's definitely going to leave people open to, like his Star-Lord and his Taskmaster to retaliate.
Yeah, and Groot is going to be within range 2 of Panther as well. And Groot is going to hit him a couple times as well here.
Booby Traps is coming out.
I am an accuser.
I am listening. What is going on?
The players have a question. Kenny, what is that
Yes.
question?
Can you hear me? They have me muted. They forgot.
I'm going to grab some water real quick while y'all are doing this.
Okay. So, what's your question? I want to say it's the throw first. No, you're right. Chat saying resolving movement of traps first. So you do traps and then you do the throw. That was the one that I was wrong on. Yeah, so it's going to be you do the booby traps
good old
and then you'll
Sploosh.
do the throw. Thank you, Sploosh. Sploosh and Final Flash to the rescue. Just mute me up real quick as soon as you're ready.
Chat knows.
Yeah, that's one that I feel like should be the opposite. But it's not. 1 damage from the booby trap. He was hoping to just murder him.
I hope I think it was, yeah. All right, Trash Panda's about to take serious punch
All the
in the
damage.
face.
And that's going to be a dazed Rocket. First days of the game.
Ouch.
Right
Ouch,
into
ouch.
Rocket's face. A good pounce.
Black Panther, he's doing work.
Yep, Black Panther's got a second action. I feel like Todd probably didn't want to pump power into Black Panther, but Black Panther only needs 4 power to do all the things he wants to do. Mantle and pounce. Then swing, swing.
Yep. Swing, swing, swing.
Oh, Todd. Todd is revealing that the reason he didn't pitch a card for winging it tokens is he just didn't think about it.
Aha.
Ooh.
Not uncommon. Most people don't think about Star-Lord's leadership.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, she should have talked to Sooner before playing Guardians. Sooner is the Guardians master.
I think we're getting an attack into Star-Lord here.
He really does not like Star-Lord.
Star-Lord's probably the next biggest threat for Black Panther. I don't
Yeah,
think it's a bad idea.
If he doesn't do it, he gets the full auto, which feels bad.
Full auto, he'll pick up the infected and walk away with it.
I love the way that everyone's just fighting in the middle of the map. I think it's very fun.
Nate decided they wanted me to play aggressive Wakanda. I'm going to show him aggressive Wakanda.
He was not kidding.
He is going all aggro. Wakanda forever!
Wakanda forever!
Yeah, I would have loved Killmonger here, but
Oh, we're
this is
getting
still very aggressive.
We're getting the kinetic burst.
That's like
Into
an
Star-Lord.
AoE, right? Oh,
I
never
see.
Yeah,
mind.
it's not an AoE. It's a single target attack that if he rolls a wild, it does damage and pushes other people. I think he just wants to do the 6-die attack. 2 blocks into 3 hits. One of them is a crit. I don't know if he forgot he has Mantle the Black Panther open. He's got 2 damage. He's re-rolling to try to get that wild. 2 blanks.
He still gets the days here.
He does get the days. He's fishing for the wild. Probably considering the Wakanda reroll. He's thinking.
What's Todd saying? I know Todd's saying something.
No, he's very quiet.
Uh-oh.
Probably taking another shot or something.
He's med packing him.
Oh.
So it'll be 2 days from the 1 Panther activation. Those are the 2 that you really needed to get. I think Groot goes into his the Black Panther and tries to help his buddy or get revenge.
You don't think he tries to take out Proxima instead?
I think it's more likely to get Panther, right?
No,
No,
I don't
Proxima
know if he wants
does
to
only
power
have
up
2.
Proxima though.
Powering up Proxima is really not a big problem. The only
Well-
issue is when she starts doing martial prowess.
Yeah, that's true.
We are
I
getting
think-
a hit, but I think it's Okoye into somebody. Yeah, it's Okoye into somebody. She's got 3 hits.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, that's 4 successes. Nice.
Man.
4 damage will daze Taskmaster.
Yeah, killing an activation from Nate is pretty good here too.
You're not getting priority back, so it's totally worth it.
Yeah,
to just-
exactly. Just kill everyone you can.
Okoye moves up after a successful kill. Tries to get a point. Yep, we've got Nate's Okoye left. She's probably just gonna stand there and maybe shoot the other Okoye. Impasta! And then we'll probably just have Taskmaster. Well, it's Taskmaster and Groot. Taskmaster, Groot, and Vision left for Todd, so.
He needs to get Vision in the thick of it so he can start throwing people off of points.
Yeah. I think, well, he could just double move and throw Proxima off the point if she's still alive.
That's probably the best thing he can do is throw her away from Corvus so he can keep splitting them off of each other. So they have to
Yeah.
move and attack, which keeps them off of attack, 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 back to back. Like, slowing
It
them
definitely
down
makes
is
it harder.
good.
Especially
I
if he
think we-
can... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we see Vision double move outside of range 1 of that portal, just because Groot's already incinerated. Throw Proxima just back towards the back edge of the map on Todd's side there. That way, she's just out of the way and kills his action economy.
I wonder if he could get a single move and then a throw. It's pretty close. Vision has the range 2 throw, right?
I think it's, what is it, range 2, medium distance?
It's range 2 and then he throws a medium. It's pretty close.
It's
A
very
double
close.
move isn't bad. If he can only get the single move and then shoot her and then throw her, that's even better. I think he's just double moving.
Well, at this point, Todd needs to play the points game. He doesn't
Yeah.
need to kill. Well, that's the problem is he's behind on 2 fronts. He needs to pick up points, but he also needs to kill so he can pick up those spider infected. Because at this point, Nate can literally just start spreading out. Like, he's not going to do that. Nate is going to get aggressive. He's going to attack and kill everything. But if he wanted to, he could just lame out, run his models into 4 different directions, and have Okoye sew that back point. And Todd is in a really bad place.
Yeah, it's the score is currently 5-2 in Nate's favor, and none of this. The big thing is the spider infected.
Oh, he's throwing
He's
something.
throwing the car.
Okay.
Ooh,
Get rid of the ball of
going
fire.
full
there.
aggro. I like it.
All right.
That's 1 block, so she'll take 1 damage. Interesting choice. I probably would have just thrown her into the building.
Yeah, because now Vision is incinerated as well.
Yeah. I think he's trying to soften her up so Groot can kill her.
But yeah, Groot hasn't gone yet, I guess.
Groot and Taskmaster are both still available.
Jordan Blythe is asking about Incinerate and Dodge Dice, and I believe Incinerate only affects dice on when you're being attacked. Is that correct?
Yeah,
That's correct.
Only defense dice. The tree is going and moving?
Oh, is he gonna try to smack Corvus?
I think he might be trying to get out of the side of the 1.
But I don't know if you want to get outside the 1. You want that point at this point. He's already
Oh,
incinerated, and so is
he's measuring to
Vision.
make sure he's still in the 1. Why is he adjusting? That is an interesting...
I think he's trying to hit Corvus though, and also I think he's locked on to Proxima there, not the.
No one ever
portal.
knows what Todd is doing.
Does Todd know what Todd is doing? That's the biggest question.
Nah.
I'm interested to know why he moved and didn't just double strike into Proxima.
That's what we all want to know. But we don't always get what we want, do we? If he attacks Black
Uh-oh.
Panther, I'm gonna be really confused.
Oh, it was in a Corvus. He did attack Corvus. And Corvus blocked it. It's so weird to me that he seems to be splitting his attention between all these different characters. He did a bunch of damage to Panther, and then he did some damage to Proxima. I'm a little confused about what he's going for.
Todd's just having fun, I guess.
Just punch people.
Yep, just roll dice, man.
Okoye is moving up off the point. Oh, no, they're measuring to get her back on the point. She's probably going to move up and just blast somebody. Probably Taskmaster.
I was like, I guess Taskmaster just gets on that point, yeah? I mean, Taskmaster can double back. Actually, he could rush the back point to deny. So that way Todd would get 3 points and Nate would get 4. Because he has to minimize the demon portals from scoring, since he's not killing anyone.
Yeah, I feel like this is really rough.
Todd
We
needs
just got
better
in chat.
dice.
Yes.
Bro
This
Dameron's
is another
asking,
10.
can you not gain more power than you have HP? Like if you have 7 power and you take 8, you only gain... Yeah, so your max power is 10. You can never go over 10.
But I think the question is more of like, if I get 7 successes and you have 5 HP total, do you get 7 power? The answer is no. You'd get power equal to the damage you took, which is 5.
Yeah, so if you deal 500 million damage and only have 1 health left, you only get 1 power.
Yeah, and you can never go above 10 total power.
Unless you
You'll
want to
notice
cheat.
on the overlay that there is a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, we don't condone it, but some people try. Don't be that person.
I've got 11 bajillion power.
Win at all costs, boys. Win at all costs.
Are you playing slivers? Is that how you have all this infinite mana? Just tap on my slivers. Every time I tap a sliver, make mana. Then I can untap another sliver and just... bloop, 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 bloop.
What in the
No,
world
dog,
are
I'm
you
taking infinite.
saying?
I'm taking infinite turns.
It's Magic the Gathering.
Magic.
Oh.
There's
only
an
played Star Wars
archetype called
Destiny.
slivers, and so every sliver says all of your slivers get this bonus. So one of the combos is like all of your slivers have tap, gain a mana, and I think there's a sliver that's like anytime you tap a sliver, you can untap another target sliver. Something stupid. So you just have this like infinite combo where it's like I tap a sliver for mana, and then I untap another sliver, and then I tap a sliver for mana, then I untap the first guy, and you're just like boop, 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 boop.
Corvus is left on 1 after a
Man,
mnemonic
what a-
strike and a regular strike from the
What a roll from Todd.
Taskmaster.
Hey, Todd did a thing.
Todd almost killed.
We are all witness. Todd's dice are not broken.
What a great setup, because now he can go into round 3 and really put pressure on Corvus.
Well, the problem is Corvus and Proxima are probably just gonna go ham and kill Rocket.
Rocket's probably dead.
Rocket and Star-Lord might be gone.
And this is where Todd wishes that he had Criminal Syndicate and all according to plan. So he could just take a quick shot into Corvus, kill him off real quick, and then not have to worry about him for an entire round.
All right.
definitely think these
Nezrul in
ADD
chat is
attack-
asking, which terrain is this? So this is a custom map that we made for this game. So it is not something that is publicly available at the moment.
Yeah, we're thinking that most of these R&D games are going to be played on weird, cool thematic maps.
All of them will be
rather
played
than-
on custom maps. Every game we play, I will make a
All of
map
them?
for. Yep, 100%.
Awesome. So yeah, they'll all be custom maps. Stuff that you won't get in the regular mod. Keep it interesting. The whole name of the game, I mean, it makes sense. The whole name of the game is that you don't know what your opponent's going to bring, even when you're building, and you don't even know what the terrain's going to be.
Yep. It will always be a custom map built by our team.
Because we like the jank tank here.
Yep, that crate does say Malwart. It's quite fun. Oh, but thanks, Nezril.
That box says Malwart. I love it. Yeah, it does.
It does say Malwart. I will.
Nate is correctly doing portals before Spider attack.
Yeah, I think he learned from the last
He learned
time.
Well, the only person that's not burning is Corvus, and that's probably the one he definitely doesn't want to burn right now.
I super love the fact that the map is on fire, as are the players.
Very thematic.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything burns. Well, that's
I
really
guess-
what's caught everything on fire, right? These portals to hell
I mean, and Punisher.
and Punisher. Punisher came from hell through the portals.
Wow.
Ooh, Punisher Ghost Rider.
That's the thing.
That sounds like a fun team comp.
I'm ready for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Frank Castle Ghost Rider is like one of my favorite things.
So originally when Sugi had made this map as well, it was raining. Todd said it didn't make sense because everything was on fire and therefore the fires would have been smothered. But I think he was also a little worried just that the rain was too distracting. So
Yeah, there is,
he was
in
just
the
trying to
original version of this, there's a rain effect, which is pretty cool.
Definitely created a lot of ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
Has Chris seen the Punisher van? Punisher van is over here in the corner.
All right there, baby.
for you, Chris.
I built this map for Chris. I was like, you know what? He's going to love this. All right. So what's happening here? Panther's going first?
Panther got
Oh,
moved by
no.
the spider infected.
Spider
mole.
infected,
And I
okay.
think Todd's moving him away so he can't get an easy pounce back onto Rocket.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to
Smart.
work for that pounce. Someone else is moving, but I'm not quite sure who it is.
Sounds like Okoye. No?
So here's a question: do you move Okoye out of the fight, or do you move her closer in?
Out. You move her out.
Yeah, don't want that bodyguard online.
You need board control right now more than you need. You're not going to kill anybody. You'll get Corvus, but the problem is he has a field dressing online. So you have to be very careful.
Corvus also has 10 power.
Yeah, Corvus is fully charged up.
Oh God.
Corvus is not. He's gonna murder someone before he goes out of the fight.
I think we're
Yeah.
gonna see Corvus and Proxima go full murder town and disarm somebody important. Probably Vision.
Why did Todd not use Root on Corvus and Proxima?
I don't know. I think
He's
Todd
probably
is.
saving.
Todd's probably just goofing off because he's got another game like right after this.
True. That's very true.
I never know what Todd's doing.
Well, he doesn't play these characters either, so he may not even be thinking about Root. He's probably rolling dice and saying, "Oh God, what's happening?
Yeah, probably.
People aren't dying."
His abilities.
He's probably like, "Why would I root him? I'm just gonna kill him later." Rolls dice. Never mind.
Geritol says no one remembers Root. I remember Root because it's so oppressive when you're like, wait, I have to pay how much? And you're like, yeah, you have to pay the tax. And
Kenny
like,
remembers Root.
That's one reason I wanted Todd to throw Loki in this roster when we were building it, because Root combined with Loki's what is it called? God of Mischief. It's just rude.
yeah, the double tax. You got to pay 2 for all your superpowers. Wait, what?
Well, paying 2 to make to do the husband and wife duo is also pretty kind of brutal.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
get it both.
at that point, you're pretty much paying for Follow Me.
Well, Follow Me is like 6.
Is it 6? I thought it was only 3.
Yeah, Follow Me is
Maybe I'm-
expensive.
Follow Me is like really, really expensive.
That's the only thing that keeps Follow Me from being like widely playable.
Let's see. I'm
So
pulling
did
it up
anyone
right
else
now.
roll for Spider Infected?
I think they're still resolving.
Yep.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
Good job, commentators.
I'm sorry.
No, I see a bunch of rolls in the chat log here. So I think they did roll for everyone. Not a lot
Yeah,
of
Vision
people.
didn't move. 'Cause
Nani?
I just heard.
Proxima
No one,
didn't move.
Proxima also did. Proxima's fine though.
It would have been
It's a
nice if you
little
could move
upsetting
her
that-
away.
Yeah, getting her and Chorus to split would have been great. I don't think it stops them from going to town though. I think
I guess
spear throws still get her in range.
that's another thing that maybe Todd should have thought about before not throwing Proxima, is if he could throw her and then
then
she
move her.
rolls that 50% chance on the spider infected, she's pretty much a non-factor for the entire round.
Which is kind of what he needed. Well, she is a long mover.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
there's not many ways that you can stop the double activation.
I mean, there's not a lot of ways you can stop the double activation, but you can at least make it to where one of those activations is not really doing anything to affect you during the round.
I feel the death zone coming on. Like, I feel it.
I
This is
think
called the
Panther's
danger zone.
measuring. Panther's measuring a push, and then maybe so they can get the bodyguard out of the way, and then probably going to go into Star-Lord, which is a little strange.
Wakanda forever.
It's Wakanda forever. That makes sense to get that bodyguard out of the way for Corvus and Proxima.
Maybe he just vaporizes her. She is on fire.
She is in fact on fire. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water real fast.
All right,
Well, it's
Kenny, it's
Wakanda
you and
forever.
me. Ooh,
All right.
three dice. 3 hits. Let's see what Todd rolls. Okay, 2 blocks. We've
Pretty
got a
good.
critical here. Okay, so 3 blocks, 3 hits, so nothing happens. That's good. Okoye, the tank.
She's definitely moving up in my tier list after last night and just seeing her played more and more. I haven't personally played a ton of Wakanda, so I've always, I guess, slept on Okoye in some ways, but
She's nuts. She's so good.
I've also very quickly retracted my no no 2-threat character should be above tier 2. That is, I
Oh,
was wrong,
what a
and
hateful
I
thing to say.
apologize to everyone for my ignorance.
You know that we're gonna have to do like an end of the year tier list to make up for all the dumb things people have said.
Yeah, I want to hear Chris take back whatever he said on Valkyrie, his Valkyrie slander.
Valkyrie is good.
And Winter Soldier is still bad, Chris. So
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
yeah,
All right, so
that's
what are the players discussing right now? Because there's not much of movement on the map. And you can hear them, but I cannot.
yeah. I have him a little too quiet, and you're talking over him. So he's got to push. He was just talking about how I think it was it Black Panther or Okoye who activated there. It was a little lackluster.
I made my triumphant return.
Welcome back, Chocolate Milk Man.
I
You
did
haven't-
actually get chocolate milk too.
You haven't. I knew it. We haven't missed anything. I'm trying to get Kenny or you to tell us what's happening between the players. Oh, Corvus just dropped 7 power. What is he doing?
Oh,
That's a
oh
death blow,
Lord.
Blaze Edge.
So tell us what that is for those of us who aren't reading the card.
Glaive's Edge lets Corvus Glaive count blanks on his next attack roll. Death blow is his 4-cost spender.
Oh!
Holy
Jesus.
crap!
Oh!
So for
What?
Corvus,
Oh! Another one!
that is 7 successes. 1 crit because it's a skull, because skulls are crits, or the first skull is a crit. 5 blanks and a hit. I don't know who this is into, but they're really dead.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
No flurry though.
Oh man,
I
the
need
wombo combo.
F's in the chat for Star Lord.
Was that a Star Lord?
I think that's Star Lord.
Yeah, Star Lord. Star Lord isn't on the table anymore.
F's in the chat for Star Lord, boys.
Oof.
Wow, that's the wombo combo right there, boys.
Bonk.
Yeah, Reality Corvus with 10
Reality
power.
Corvus doing a Reality Corvus thing. Now he gets his medium move with the death blow.
All right,
I
I'm
think he
throwing
said he
in
was
the
not
not
gonna
like
use
this in
that.
chat. That's wah 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 wah.
Because that is a May move, and I think,
I mean, you could advance and not move anywhere.
yeah, exactly.
Is Todd conceding?
This
Here's
is
the pog
exactly,
chant.
I guess, what Todd feared when he saw Nate's roster. He was like, "Are you guys
Man.
freaking kidding me?" I mean, he didn't. He said a little less PG than what I said, but
Pog champ, wombo combo.
he was
happy
not happy
feet.
about Reality Corvus and Proxima.
I wouldn't be happy about Reality Corvus and Proxima.
We're getting another Glaive's Edge. This one's gonna be a strike.
And the Groot.
He's got 3 dice though. Oh wow. See, Morgan needed
Jeez.
these dice last night.
2 blocks from Groot.
5 incoming
And,
from.
5 successes.
Ouch. Well,
That'd be
Groot
pretty
will
hard.
live.
Any amount that doesn't kill Groot just makes Groot stronger.
We need to see I am Groot into someone because that attack is so good.
How much does I am Groot cost?
I think it's 6.
But jeez, Proxima still goes.
Yeah,
It is.
Proxima is gonna munch on somebody here.
Nate is lamenting that only one of the duo has actually accomplished anything this game.
Ah! What a complaint. What a
Wow.
complaint.
Corvus did a strike for action 2 because he didn't get the flurry.
He attacked into Groot.
Yep, for 3 damage.
So I assume Proxima is about to activate here.
Yeah, and he's making it some sort of attack into Rocket, which is going into Groot. Looks like a strike. Blocking 1 on Groot. 2 successes so far. There is a pierce, so 2 damage. 2 damage into Groot. We might see a dazed Groot here as well.
Womp womp.
Leaves him on 1, so he's not going to be able to get the Rocket kill this turn.
Was he trying to kill Groot there? With a strike? Okay, yeah. Todd rolled the right number of dice.
This is a strike.
Okay. For some reason I thought he was going with the energy attack, and I was like, it's not quite right.
So he's doing a second attack into Groot. Since you guys can hear what they're saying.
Yeah, he's thinking. There's a lot of silence right now. I think he wanted to one-shot Groot and get the second hit into Rocket, so he could just go ahead and finish Rocket off.
That's not greedy at all.
It is greedy, but with dice like that first roll,
Ugh. Man, rolling 5 blanks and then being able to use that as an attack is so good.
we're getting a second attack into Groot here.
This time a spear throw.
So Groot's rolling 1 defense.
Yep, 1 success. It's a
Wakanda
crit.
reroll. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do. He has to do
Oh.
Wakanda reroll.
Oh, he rolled a
wants to-
skull. All right, here we go.
Does he not do it? Why would you not do
Nate's-
it?
Yeah, Nate's calling. I don't know if he remembers that he's Wakanda.
That's okay. That doesn't. If you forget, you forget.
The
Wow.
jank tank affects memory as well.
All right. Todd needs to activate Groot here and just pummel. I think he goes into Panther. Well, I don't know.
He's
You don't.
definitely disarming somebody.
Is he disarming Taskmaster or Okoye? I feel like the only person he can do it is
KOW. What are you referring to as for KO? King of Wakanda? Oh, the reroll. Yeah, we were just wondering why he didn't use the King of Wakanda roll.
You never know. You never know.
The world may never know.
I will say, this has been a very interesting match. Like just watching these two lists come together. I'm excited to see what advanced R&D has in the future because it's janky, but it still showcases like your movement is important, threat assessment is important. Fundamentals of the game are very important. It's not just like, all right, let's just play some jank and roll some dice and it doesn't matter. Like there's still a lot that's happening on the tabletop, even with restrictions placed on list building. And I think you guys have come up with a really strong formula.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're hyped. We're really excited to get more lists built, more games played.
Do you have any hints for our viewers of what's coming up next? Because we've got some stuff in line for November and then December, which is pretty exciting.
I do have our next 2 guests picked out.
Oh, okay, okay.
I need to talk with them about timing. If you're listening, the 2 that I've been talking to, you know who you are. It's only been 2 of you. Don't say anything because you don't need to know who the other person is. Let me know. I'm going to talk to y'all about availability. Let me know your availability if you want to go ahead and get that started. Otherwise, I'm messaging y'all after this game.
Exciting, so exciting.
And I think we're going to do the we're changing the format up a little bit. I talked about it with the Ebony Maw thing. I think we're gonna try the you can't use somebody and you must use somebody restriction. But we don't do we don't know any affiliations yet because we typically don't do that until shortly before. We don't do it at we make it sound like we do it during the cast, but we have to come up with restrictions before the cast. So those are typically done a few days before.
Yeah,
So
Merzain and I know everything beforehand, but Todd, I guess, technically knew things beforehand and prepped. But the way we're supposed to do it is it's supposed to be a surprise for our guest on the podcast. Merzain and I just know things so we can think of restrictions, but we don't really think through rosters or anything like that beforehand. We just try to make sure that the two rosters that the random number generator has provided us aren't too close together. Like if it was like Avengers, Defenders, or something like that, it would be like, all right, like there's too much synergy and overlap here. Like we need to make sure it's a little more jank than that.
Did Todd just use Hadron Enforcer? It looks like he did because he just sucked a bunch of people into a zone.
I think he did.
So I want to
He's
make
doing a
sure
regular strike.
who's he shooting.
I think he shot Okoye.
Oh, he's
I don't
trying
know
to
who he's
take her off
shooting
the
now.
table. I try and kill her right here
I think whoever he just shot, he did 1 damage.
because he's outside of range 2.
Wait, did he do a damage?
Yeah. Oh, maybe he shot and Hadron Enforcered. Okay.
I think he did a Hadron Enforcer and then a shot. I think it was a Hadron and then a damage. Look at us, commentators curse. We don't know what's going on.
All right. So what's happening now?
We're too excited talking about all of our other stuff.
Enough about us. Let's talk about the game. Taskmaster is doing something. The Nate
Mnemonic.
Taskmaster. Sounds like, yeah, it looks like a mnemonic strike into Okoye, maybe? But that's too many dice if that's Okoye.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Who is he killing right here?
I think it's Okoye, but I think he's rolling too many dice for the block.
Nani.
Oh, it's his Taskmaster into Todd's Taskmaster.
Okay, that makes
So
more
that's
sense.
3 damage, or 3 blocks. I didn't see how many successes it was, but it looked like it was...
He rolled 6 hits, and Todd had, I think, 2 blocks.
He had 3 blocks, because he does have the martial artist.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So
2 damage from the photographic reflexes. I don't think he's going to hit Taskmaster again.
Yeah, I don't know if you can risk the 6 dice.
Why not activate Groot? Because this is advanced R&D with 2 quotation.
once again, we have no idea what Todd is doing.
We don't know what he's doing.
He might not be all paying attention. I have no idea.
I also don't think he remembers that he gets 2 more dice. This must not be into Taskmaster.
Can you not hear who they're declaring their attacks into?
It's very low. It's into Okoye.
You should definitely turn them up.
If I turn them up too loud, I can't hear Kenny.
Yeah, it's a hard balance to
You can
it.
turn
Especially
Kenny up.
Todd. Todd is very loud. I'm turning up a little bit.
Because we need to know who is doing what.
It was definitely into Okoye.
Yeah,
Nate's giving
talking
words
about,
of encouragement.
talking about Todd knocking some spiders out of Nate for this next round, and still Nate's
God.
scoring down some, but I mean Nate's only 6 away, and Todd has a lot of ground to cover still.
I
Todd-
would love for Groot to throw Corvus with the I am Groot and do that last damage. I wonder if he could get him into Proxima.
See, the big thing that I've been enjoying watching is the strength of the turn 1 hired muscle play. That is just such a strong start. And even with Todd countering with a hired muscle, Without advanced R&D or a character that has 2 power, it didn't matter.
Yeah, I think it definitely feels like Corvus and Proxima are the ones winning this game right now. But it's definitely off the back of that hired muscle play.
Well, it's
That set
easy
the tone for the whole game.
Yeah, because he has hired muscle, he grabs a bunch of tokens, and then he sits Okoye on that back point and just soaks victory points for a couple rounds. And yeah, like Corvus and Proxima do a lot of killing, but the game is not Marvel killing protocol. It's Crisis protocol, so it's focused on crisis cards, objectives, aka victory points. So you have to play to those points, and if your opponent is sitting on 4 out of 5 victory points, you have to collapse on someone and kill them to get them to drop that point because you're on the back foot so deep into the game.
Yep.
And I think Todd has been spreading his attacks out too wide. Like he keeps peppering into multiple targets, and I think he might realize it, but I think what he should have done at round 2 is like just zoned in on literally one character, and once that character drops, take that token and then zone in on a second character, because he hasn't killed anyone. He might get Corvus here, but the problem is, like, Nate still has 3 spider infected tokens to Todd's 2, and he's still way, way, way out ahead of Todd. There are some scenarios where Todd could come back, but I guess we're gonna see the vision.
Oh,
beam.
we're getting a vision beam.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
I did hear them say you're setting up the super beam.
Yep. I will say we are getting to see some really cool things you don't normally see in a game. What's the 2 power for here?
He's throwing a Okoye into somebody.
Oh, he's just gonna stick a damage into her. It looks like he's throwing him into Taskmaster. Oh, Panther.
It's
okay.
Panther because Panther's rolling the 4.
Oh, Panther.
Ooh, that's 2. It's 1 damage onto Black Panther.
All right, here comes the vision pew pew beam. Oh, they're all incinerated.
Beams.
Incinerated.
Everyone but the Taskmaster.
Yeah, this will be good. If Todd cannot roll trash.
Okoye first. That's a good move, so he can get that bodyguard offline.
I agree.
Kill the bodyguard potentially.
Hopefully,
Like,
or stat power.
Here we go. 4 skulls.
That's a hit and a wild.
Okay, so he does sap a power.
oh, is she within 2?
She is. She'll reroll to try to live.
All right, Okoye. Roll skull.
Takes
Oh!
the 1 and goes.
Wombo
And he'll sap.
combo. Ouch.
That's 2 more power on vision.
All right, this is what he needed real bad.
Yep, right into Panther.
If he can turn off Panther, he'll be able to pick that up. Well, Panther can't pick it up anyways.
Oh, that's 4 saps.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shoot.
Oh my goodness. This is turning around. Panther.
No blocks.
No.
That's a dazed Panther.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
What a vision activation.
Wow.
And he's going to jack all the power before
Oh my
he does
gosh.
the damage.
I think that's more important is he stole all of Panther's power.
It was
'Cause
1 power and then he gets 3 back.
If
And
Panther
that's
comes back
2
with
spider
7.
infected down.
Yeah, and Todd can pick those up too. He's got the bodies for it.
And there's no one left to activate for
No, Nate is offline this round. So let's see if
he can
hit
kill Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Vi-
That'll be
Vision
huge.
also
Oh, he saps
having
1.
synthesoid android into reality Corvus is excellent.
Well, he can't yet.
Yeah, but he has
can't
Groot,
yet,
he has
but-
Okoye,
No,
and
it
he
could
has
be next.
Taskmaster.
But a potential next round, he could just. I mean, if he synthesoid android,
Yeah.
his skulls are no longer successes. They're no longer crits. Crits are no longer successes. I mean, that could be a pretty strong play there in the Taskmaster next round. Or not
Okay.
Taskmaster, Corvus.
So Todd
Vision-
could, in theory, get...
Todd has Okoye and Groot and Taskmaster left, I believe.
So he should probably run Okoye to the back point. So he scores 2 on Okoye. And then Taskmaster picks up the token. See, the problem is, like, if you daze Corvus, you don't have... Groot could pick up the token. So I think what Todd does for maximum spread is he could actually score 8 points here if he does it right. So he puts Okoye on the back token, like he picks up the spider infected, puts her on the back. He should do a spear throw, because if he dazes Corvus, he can move Okoye to where Proxima is, and then Groot moves, picks up the token. No, actually, within range 2, he can just pick up the token and sit on that back point. And then Taskmaster picks up the point and moves to the back. So he would score 8 points here. Nate would score 0, which would put him at 12. So this could turn into a 8-0 swing, which is pretty nasty.
It could. I think we're going to see a field dressing here from Taskmaster. Taskmaster into Black Panther, and he's going to try to get some work done. Because he does have field dressing online, and Taskmaster didn't get killed or sapped enough to...
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Taskmaster's going first. The Todd Taskmaster, that is.
Todd needs to kill...
Corvus and Proxima. Or
No,
Taskmaster.
no, he needs to kill
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster to turn off the field dressing.
Nate has to do it next turn. So yeah, this would be the perfect time to do it.
I don't know if Todd sees it.
I don't know if Nate sees it.
That's very possible.
One thing I really like about this map real quick, the buildings being slightly not lined up with the portals. I love how that makes this map feel.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling.
Okoye is going, she's going to pick up that spider infected.
Yeah, the map design was meant to be a little off kilter, so it feels right, but it doesn't feel perfect.
Oh, mnemonic technique into Taskmaster.
Yeah. He has to kill her. He
Yeah,
has to kill Taskmaster right now. All right, Todd.
That's a good roll.
3 incoming with a crit.
That's 3 on the
blocks.
Taskmaster side.
Ouch. Yeah, he's not going to get him.
With a block.
That stinks.
Ooh, that's 4 and a 4. Good roll for Nate.
Wow.
Ouch.
Oh man.
Yeah, Todd sees it, and unfortunately, I think Nate probably recognizes what's happening here too.
Yep, Nate's doing it.
Yeah.
That's a field dressing.
Yep.
Probably into Black Panther.
Unfortunate. That was one of the critical moments. Todd really needed that to...
I think he probably should have just double attacked into Taskmaster if he had the chance.
That's what I think he should have done, is just pick up the token and swing.
Probably even with Okoye. Used Okoye to double attack into Taskmaster.
Okoye can do a lot of things. Well, when she has the power.
So, who is Black Panther's target here?
Groot.
Okoye. Either both. Pounce into Okoye. Probably finish her off. Pick up the token, move over, and finish Groot. You can do that all in one activation. So
Yeah, the problem is he just lost a spider infected token that he desperately needed. And what's even weirder is his Taskmaster within 1 of that portal? I guess he probably is.
it's a little hard to tell.
I think he is.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Well, no, there's a Okoye's between them, so the bases are a little bit bigger than an inch. I think he's definitely looking at getting to that back point.
Yeah, I think Todd Missed a golden opportunity right there. Because realistically, even if you don't get Corvus, picking up 7-1 is still really good. But now it's going to probably drop off to... I mean, if he picks up this token, it's 3 at least on Nate. And if he goes to that back point, he can probably score 4. And that's pretty oppressive for Todd. Like, I don't think he can come back from that.
Does Nate want to lose priority? I don't think it matters right now.
Not with this lead, it doesn't.
Because what's the score is 10. He needs 6 points. He's currently holding 1, 2, and he can potentially get 3, 4. Yeah, he probably doesn't want to lose priority yet. I do think that even if it's killing Okoye and Groot and reapplying Incinerate, that's fine though.
So
he'll definitely get it back.
He's going to attack Groot and then pounce into Okoye. Is that the plan here?
I would if he wanted to kill both, I would pounce into Okoye so that I could kill her and pick up that point. Sounds like what he's doing. Oh, it's a Mantle the Black Panther.
Who's he attacking?
And Rocket's taking it. He's going to let Rocket go.
Did you say Rocket's going to take it or Groot?
Rocket's taking it.
No, he's trying to take Rocket off the table. That's not a bad idea either.
That way he can keep Groot.
Oh.
All right, so Black Panther rolls.
We got the rerolls.
A hit, a crit, 2 wilds.
Oh! He's got a King of Wakanda this.
So Rocket's got 2 blocks.
This is Rocket's last chance.
So Wakanda... Nope. Rocket lives.
He lives!
With 1 health. Trash Panda, the tank of all tanks.
The dice gods giveth, the dice gods taketh away.
I guess he pounces into Rocket to kill him here.
But he gets pounced into anyway and it dies.
Yeah.
Todd adding 8 dice to his dice tray to make this dodge roll.
Good luck, Todd.
Nothing.
Seems legit.
Bricks. He's a brick house.
That's good
still good though, because that
round
saves.
for Todd, though.
Yeah, that still saves Groot.
Yeah, but Black Panther
And
picks up the
Okoye.
token.
Black Panther can't pick it up. He doesn't have the power.
Why did you do... This game is very bizarre. I think we're still in like TTS like finals mode. That's why we're like, why would you not go for points?
This is the jank tank, Sugi.
Yeah, I have to remember, we're playing for fun. It doesn't have to be logical.
Spideys.
Spider-Mans.
I wanted to just blast Corvus.
Okay,
twice.
yeah. I was going to say, in my opinion, she should chuck a spear into Corvus. And then she should move to that back point, so that way Todd is guaranteed to score.
Well, Todd's guaranteed to score because he can
6.
just I am Groot. What's her name off the point?
Yeah, that's also true.
Which, if he can do that and also pick up her spider or Corvus's spider.
Yeah, if he can have, he needs Corvus to drop, so that way it's a 7-1 swing.
I think if he can successfully kill both of them, the one he wants to pick up is Proxima's, and he wants to toss Corvus's further out, so he has to backtrack to pick it back up.
Oh man!
All right, so who's attacking what?
That was a Okoye and a Corvus for no damage.
Brick. All right, good job, Okoye.
He gains a power. I think he's probably. I would just do it again. You lose nothing. I think she just needs to stay.
I mean, you're capping a point, 2 points with her.
He's throwing into Taskmaster.
Why? Why? No, Todd. Todd. No, Todd.
Oh, that's 2 hits. No blocks from Taskmaster. 3 successes. That will daze him.
No, that
No,
KOs
no, no.
him.
He blocks.
He's got that reroll.
So they're gonna do the reroll. Boom. That's it.
dead.
That's a
All right,
dead
Rip.
Taskmaster.
All right, there you go. That's good.
That is good. That is removing that from the table is a really good move.
He still needs that point.
He still got Groot. I wonder again. I was talking earlier. I wonder if the I am Groot could toss one of those two into the other. And if he could, who does he throw? Does he throw Proxima into Corvus and try to get the collateral to kill Corvus? Groot's going. Basic attack. Into Corvus. So here's a strike. No, 1 block. It's a crit from Corvus. 1 block.
Oh,
4 successes for
Wow, Groot, big boy Groot.
Groot. Groot just destroys Corvus.
Tree versus assassin. Tree wins. Okay, at this point, it's like you said, he needs to pick up that token, put it on Groot,
Yep.
and
Pick up that
then
token.
womp into Proxima, because he can throw her into that building, so there's a damage. So he just
He can
needs
throw
to...
medium into that building.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
needs to stick 3 damage into her at this point, because he can guarantee 1 with We Are Groot, or I Am Groot. Or as Sooner would say, I am a Groot, which is too many words for his vernacular.
So he healed with the living plant, and he's doing I am Groot.
yes.
Into Proxima. 8
All right.
dice. We
All
will
right.
probably see a martial prowess.
Here we go.
I love this attack so much. I know it costs 6, but throwing medium in a guaranteed stagger is awesome.
Yes.
Stagger with Incinerate. It feels bad, man.
Ooh, that's 4 hits.
That's not great. She can block that. Oh, maybe not. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wombo combo. Happy Feet.
That is...
Is that a dead...
that's so good.
Is that a dead Proxima?
That is a dead Proxima.
Is it? She's still on 1.
Is
Wait,
she? I thought she already had damage, didn't she?
She had
1 damage.
She had 2 damage. No, yeah, she had 1 damage. He 6-2
And
in
so
her.
she's gonna have
He's
1
six-
left after
Yeah.
collision.
I see.
Because she blocked 1, and then she has the invulnerability, so she only took 2.
I'm surprised he didn't martial prowess here.
He also forgot to roll 1 less die. Or did he roll a crit? He rolled a crit, right?
He
Yeah,
rolled a crit, yeah.
Yeah, see,
Right into the building.
This is right where we wanted her last round, because if she rolls that skull, now you just move her super far away, and she has the stagger, and it's like, yeah, you're pretty worthless this round.
Yeah, that might really save him. Even though he didn't kill her, he does score, what is it, 7 you said? 7-1? That's going to bring us
Yeah.
to a 12-11 game.
He actually...
Next game is the final one.
He made up the difference, and her long move matters, but the problem is the stagger. She can't move and attack, which is great. Super good. He should probably... Yeah, he healed up Groot.
Man, great round for Todd.
Yeah, that was a really good turnaround.
I think
Spider
chat's...
Infected be like that. Spider Infected are very volatile. If you get a bad turn, your opponent just swings the game hard.
Yeah, Chet has a good point. They're not exactly sure why Nate decided to go for Rocket. But I guess we'll find out.
I'm not sure either.
Because he's an evil raccoon.
Bro Dameron asks, do you gain power from throw damage / collision damage?
Yes, you gain power from any damage from an enemy effect. So throws, superpowers, attacks, but you do not gain power from things like gamma shelters doing damage to you, or Kree power cores doing damage. Anything that's a neutral or a friendly doing damage to you do not
So
gain power for.
if Groot throws Proxima into a wall, Proxima takes a damage, gains a power. Groot does not gain a power because he didn't do anything, right?
Correct.
He would not. He also doesn't gain power from using I am Groot. But if he did, he would not. It's just like Thor's strike. Thor's a hammer strike. When he throws with the wild, he doesn't get a power for the damage the throw does.
Yeah, because the throw is an entirely separate effect from the attack.
Okay, so if I'm
Getting some
Todd,
spider rerolls.
I run.
Oh, this is huge!
What did he
Oh,
get? Oh, he
Proxima's
he
getting
got
moved by the
Proxima.
spider.
Oh,
It's even further away.
And wait, did he?
Just right onto the board
Yeah.
edge.
And she's staggered. Like
And she's staggered.
She's doing nothing this
yeah,
next
that's
round.
that's exactly what I
baby.
was saying. Is like she
Oh.
shakes the stagger, and she either moves onto the point, or she attacks, which she's out of range. So it's like she's turned off, completely turned off. Can models go off the
cannot go
board?
off the board.
No, I wish it was X-wing rules, or if you push them off the board, they died. That'd be great. I would have
Oh,
won
these-
many
Is that a
games. Yeah, if your model goes off
Yeah,
the
an
board,
X-wing.
you lose the model. Absolutely.
Man.
Forces you to be a decent pilot.
So someone rolled and didn't move. Now it's Taskmaster who will move.
But I mean, thinking thematically with Star Wars, if an X-wing flies off the map, is it not just flying into more space?
Okay, if Nate does this, I think he's gonna lose. If he starts moving things away from him, he needs to move them into him. Yeah,
He's definitely gonna move him there.
So
He's moving him closer to Corvus.
yeah.
Smart.
Come into the danger zone.
Dizzard goes, wait, is Todd playing Guardians of the Galaxy? Yes, he
Todd
is.
is playing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he sure is. Welcome to the show, Dizzard.
Dizzard.
Yeah, so I guess for listeners who might not have heard, sort of what the show was
Vision's
about.
getting
after
moved.
Vision's getting
Visions.
moved? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
listeners
bet did he
might not-
lose?
What bet did he?
He lost no bet. The only bet he lost was being a guest on our podcast and being forced to build a roster with a random number generator. So he got forced into Criminal Syndicate and Guardians of the Galaxy for his roster. Nate was, and he couldn't use MODOK as well. And Nate was forced to use Wakanda and Spider Foes with no Shuri, so we could prevent the Wakanda wave from making an appearance. So that's sort of what we're seeing the result of here.
He went Guardians over CS? Yes, he did.
He did, and I mean, going wide was I don't think it was an entirely bad idea. Gives him some extra actions for facing against Nate and Reality Corvus and Proxima. So once they activate back to back, gives him a chance to counter strike sort of at the end of the round, score the points he needs to, or daze characters he needs to as well.
Well, and like he doesn't really need the affiliation bonus, right? Because he's got so many more people. Typically, with the flaming portals, you're only putting one person on there anyway, because you don't want to get the fire, and you're also having people move around a lot. So
That Proxima way in the corner is really good for Todd, because if he essentially, if Nate doesn't daze someone and pick up the token, Todd can give him that Justin Wong tech and lame him out by just splitting 4 different directions and then sitting like 1 or 2 people on the back point. Or like, there's so many different iterations here where Todd can potentially win right here. Unfortunately, his team is a little beat up, but Vision's the safest of all of them. Groot can take a bit of a beating. Taskmaster's in range of being stepped on by a very powered up Corvus. Not like we'll probably go to round 5.
I don't think we go to round 5. I think that the game's ending this turn.
Maybe the path for Todd's victory is a lot higher than Nate's at this current moment, but we can see a lot of things shift if Corvus just goes crazy. Dizzer's asking, what made him bring Marked? That's a good question. You can ask him. We don't know.
Yeah, that's a question I'm planning on asking after the game is complete and we do sort of our post-game questions.
If you're asking what made him bring Mark to this game, that's a good question that we'll ask. If you're asking what made him bring Mark to his roster, you'll have to tune into Advanced R&D episode 1 to find
That's
out.
cold. Forcing people to listen to your podcast.
I honestly don't
man.
remember why we talked about Mark for Death.
I want to say it was because of spiders with
Yeah, I think it was spiders.
or any of the
Desert has listened. Well, then you know why he brought it to his roster. We don't know why he brought it to the squad. We haven't talked to them yet about any of their decisions.
Wombo
And there's
combo.
been so many we wonder about.
Happy feet.
This is what happens when we force people to play jank. They're not entirely used to.
Corvus
the
is
roster
attacking
they're playing.
Vision.
Yeah, but you know what's really fun is this game has been a lot tighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was looking really one-sided.
All right, you said Corvus into Vision?
Is Vision
Corvus into Vision.
I think Dizzard wants
Vision
in on
is-
this, man. He says all his lists are jank.
That's what I do, Dizzard.
Well,
so
Dizzard, this isn't a challenge for you if all you build is jank.
Oh, wow.
He started it. I keyed. True.
Get that man on in 2021.
Yeah, we already have our 2 guests lined up for November, and we already have our guests lined up for December. Do we want to talk about that after this roll?
Nah. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Oh.
Cool.
Uh-oh. Only 2 attacks?
I'm pretty sure this got Glaive's Edge. No, it didn't. He didn't.
No,
have any
he
power
didn't.
gun.
He didn't pay for it.
That's 2 successes, 1 damage.
Wow. Uh-oh. All right, Vision, standing the test of time. Because you know what the scary thing is? If Corvus doesn't kill... Okay, here we go. Here's the big boy
This
play.
is a death blow, Glaive's Edge.
Yep.
Oh, loud.
It's
Lottie coming.
it's gonna hurt.
That last roll was devastating. Can he do it again?
Yeah.
The
Vision
answer is
roll.
yes.
Vision roll trash.
The answer is
Oh
yes,
my
7 blanks.
goodness. He rolled 7 dice and got 7 blanks. I don't even want no. What's Todd saying? I gotta know.
So, for those of you watching at home and keeping track at home, Nate has now got 12 damage off of Glaive's Edge.
Well,
Because
here
he has
is
12 blanks.
So Jordan
Well,
says
here's
screenshot
the-
that.
here's
I
the nice-
am clipping this. This is going into the clips where it's like roll 7 dice, get 7 blanks. Nani?
Well,
But he
here's
doesn't.
the
He doesn't
the
have any
positive
power.
thing. Yeah, he doesn't have power to pick up the spider infected. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
And Todd can't
It's
pick it up
amazing.
either. That stinks. Oh boy.
All right, Todd just goes on a killing spree now.
No,
Yeah,
Todd.
just leave Corvus alone at this point. and
Todd runs away.
prioritize
Just
everyone
run.
else.
He needs to kill Okoye, or
Kill Black Panther.
No, take out Panther. Yeah, just poop on Panther.
Yeah, don't even worry about Corvus.
Cor-
I know
yeah.
he wants to worry about Corvus.
No. Corvus is a dead
Corvus
character.
is
at this
not a
point.
problem right now.
And Proxima isn't either. You know what he should do? He should use Groot and
Kill
kill
Black
Panther,
Panther?
and then move away. So like Proxima literally cannot do anything.
Well, she can't do anything anyway.
No, she can move on to that point.
I don't even know if she can move. Oh, you mean move back to where? Yeah.
Yeah. She can score 2 points in this round. So Groot needs
Oh,
to like just...
Okoye is hitting somebody.
Uh-oh. Who's Okoye is hitting who?
Hold on. We're talking about it. I think they're talking about Okoye killing somebody and referencing the finals. I think they're going into Corvus. Why is he going into Corvus?
No, do not attack Corvus.
Bad Todd. Bad.
Todd's getting greedy. He's gonna throw the game again.
He should stop. That's what he just said. I think seeing all those blanks tilted him. I think it's all the same blank result too.
Yes, Dizzard.
It is the exact
yes.
same blank result. What are the odds of that?
So
That
what's happening here?
There, he's thinking. I think
Okay.
he was gonna do something silly, and now he's reconsidering.
Todd, yeah, to answer Dizzard's question, Todd has been making interesting choices that we can't really justify.
It's,
I don't know.
But
It's
it's working?
succeeding? Question mark.
He's
It's
definitely
working.
keeping the
It's
stream
working.
interesting. All right, Anakin.
Thank you, Anakin.
Yep. Let's try spinning. That's a good trick.
Oh, okay. No. If his Okoye can take out Panther and the other Okoye, that would be nuts.
Yeah, if he can double days right here,
It's not.
he is
It's
completely safe.
not
this
going to
round.
happen.
We can't say never when it comes to Okoyes.
Yep.
Not after last night.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, his Okoye does have enough power, so he could do the flurry shenanigans. I mean, like, yeah.
I would flurry into Panther, and then strike into Okoye. Hopefully, build enough power to do another vibranium spear blast.
Yeah, he's got to take out Panther right here. All right, he's dumping 4 power, so what's he doing here?
Hold on. He's thrusting into who?
That's gross.
That's hot.
The Todd special.
Hold on. He's thinking about it.
Oh, Dizzard, that's a glitch. Panther has not gone. I think they forgot to...
No, he doesn't have an activation token on the table.
Yeah, Panther has
Think,
not gone. The overlay has a little glitch.
Going into the Okoye with the... That's
Why?
2 defense against the 4.
Ugh, why?
5, excuse me.
Todd, why are you doing this?
Well, he's got to
me,
kill
man?
them both.
Yeah, but he needs to at least kill guarantee Panther.
Oh, that's such a good roll!
Oh wow. Okay. Oh man.
Oh, my
Oh my gosh! What is happening?
This is what I wish the finals rolls were like.
Oh.
That's what
Oh.
the
Made
finals
for an
roll were like against
insane
Thanos,
game.
right?
Oh man, this is crazy. That's it, huh?
That's a dead Okoye.
That's a dead Okoye.
He just one-shot Okoye.
Oh,
Who was the imposter?
Wow, Okoye was voted off the island.
That Okoye was sus.
Wow. All right.
And now he's going to get the flurry attack into Panther. He's going to have 2 strikes.
I think we've
into
just seen
Panther.
2 back-to-back streams on turn 0 where Okoye just turns into a god and like starts flexing on people.
Okoye has always been a god.
Not great into Panther. There's just 2. He only needs 1.
He has 2 with the Okoye, so not enough, but he does have the other strike. Okoye is the best 2-pointer.
What did Panther roll?
2.
Oh, because of the blank? Yep.
Yep. He's considering the second action. Did he even reroll? I don't think he rerolled.
No,
did
he didn't reroll. You have to drop Panther here. If he drops Panther, he can win the game. If he doesn't, he can't win the game. Because Proxima can't do anything.
I know right now Nate's like, please don't see the reroll, please don't see the reroll, please don't see the reroll.
Come on, Todd. Read your characters, Todd.
He's throwing into the Panther. That's a good move. It's a throw. So this will
I'll
be
take
2
it.
dice for Panther.
What's he throwing into Panther?
The vibranium spear throw.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's enough.
That's enough. Yep.
That's it.
That's it. Bye bye,
we gotta
baby.
reroll this time.
Reroll. He's got enough, but he's just flexing.
What a chump. No. All right, that's it. I think that's game.
Yeah.
Todd's got 3, and he picks up these last 2 points for 5. He just needs 4. Yeah, that's game.
Man, and Todd
1,
Todd
2,
was
3,
pressing
4,
that
5,
reality
6
Corvus
points.
all week.
Wow. And Todd was like crying. He's like, I'm gonna lose to Corvus. Like
Wow,
dice,
what a turnaround.
dice, man. It's a dice game. Dice matter. Yeah, Jordan Blythe is right. Nate had this game too. I think the attack into Rocket was a misplay looking back, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, he literally just moves Groot away. It's like it doesn't even matter. Because Okoye and Groot score that. GG. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
And
Oh,
that's game.
oh man.
Oh
Wombo
man,
combo.
what a game! That was awesome.
What even is this?
We've got the good games flying.
Man.
So that's the game. That's 17 to 12?
No, he scores. No, yeah, he only scores one there. Well, no, because he has to contest this point here. Oh no, he's scoring 4. Yeah, so it's 4, and then Thrawn.
No, it's 5 because he scores middle, he scores Taskmaster.
Oh, his
They both-
Okoye's healthy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he scores 5, and then yeah, Proxima only scores the
17 to
spider
13.
infected. 17 to 12.
What a game.
Something like that. Do we want to get them to unmute us?
Yeah,
and then
bring
we can
them
ask
in
some
here. Let's
questions?
talk.
But yeah, I don't
business.
know. Like 6 and one, half a dozen in the other, right? You remember those re-rolls,
They're
and I remember
disgusting.
those, and
Oh,
who knows
yeah.
where we come out.
No, the other thing that that stands out to me here at the end was the early incinerates, where I should have let the incinerate burn Okoye first.
Yeah. That
That,
definitely helped. Like I was trying to cash in on that with the rocket play, but I just got kind of ahead of myself, and I missed it. I just let it go.
Can you guys hear us?
I think they want to yell at us and tell us how bad we play.
Yes. Yes, we do. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, you're here.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You hear us too?
Good, man.
You
That
should.
was a lot of fun to watch, my dude.
That was so much fun.
You think it was fun to watch? It was a nightmare.
Okay, the first thing I want to say is, what the fuck was that 7 blank roll?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
I
I play Marvel Crisis Protocol.
That was insane. I don't know if you noticed, but that was the same side. I checked. It was the same exact side. All of them.
Oh.
Because there's 2
Magic.
blank results. Same result.
Look,
I
Nate,
don't
we love
know.
you, but are you cheating in a casual game, man?
Did you do the trick?
Nate figured out the trick.
Did you do the trick, bro?
The trick for blanks? Yeah. I figured
Yeah.
that one out too.
Counter trick, which is pretty cool. Like that's even more impressive.
Imagine
That
if
was-
he hadn't paid for Glaive's Edge there though, and how bad he would have felt.
Yeah.
There is an alternate reality, Nate, that is currently really upset with himself for not paying for the Glaives.
I will say I really do wish that I had paid for it on the first strike and division, because that would have given me enough power to do it all again anyway. But
Ooh, yeah.
Ouch. Okay.
So, Todd, I've got a quick question for you.
I have no answers, man. I was playing blindfolded.
That
I
makes
think you
sense.
might have an idea of what this question is. Marked for death. Why?
All right, so look, I didn't look at his roster past Wakanda and Corvus and Proxima, and then I threw my hands up in the air. Like that, I saw that much of his list, and I was like, I'm done. Like I'm good. Wakanda and that is going to be a nightmare. So much so that I missed his tactics cards. I didn't even see them. So
Oh,
I didn't even realize he had hired muscle either. So like, and when I took my hired muscle, I was like, all right, cool. I'll just take the side he doesn't lean to. And then he moves and goes hired muscle. And I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm behind from get. Like I'm just straight behind. And I did not think I would be able to I didn't think I'd be able to pull that out. I thought the combination of Wakanda, Corvus, Proxima, and hired muscle, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going.
Why did you choose Guardians over Criminal Syndicate?
Because we didn't have any power generators, and I knew that without power generators, I needed to go as wide as possible. I thought Vision would be more impactful than he actually was. He did do work in this game, and like he did quite a bit of work actually. But like
He did
I
work
thought,
late.
yeah, he did well, and that beam hitting 3 with a throw was actually pretty good too. Turn 3.
Yeah, that was really impactful when they were piled up.
So like that was super helpful, and the fact that he still gets 4 dice, even with an incinerate token, I was like, all right, yeah, I feel like that's okay.
Chat has
So-
a question for Nate. They want to know about Black Panther going into Rocket after field dressing. What was the thought process behind that? Because you had Okoye and you had a 1 health Groot left, but you vaporized Rocket.
And I took that too. I didn't block it. Like I think that was the
Yeah,
right
you
call
took
for
it on
me.
the chin there. I was hoping
Yeah.
it was going to be bodyguarded to bait some power out of Okoye because he took it onto Groot again because Groot was at the 1 health, and so I was kind of hoping to either if Groot did take it, it both dazes him and it pushes him over here for the following turn,
Yep.
which helps in the long term there. If I get to do it into Okoye, it pushes her kind of out of the way before she gets to activate. So then there's a little bit less of a chance that she gets the all the attacks and successes that she ended up with.
Yeah, like, and I'll piggyback off of that, Nate. Like, if I move that to either one of them, Groot and Okoye hadn't activated yet. So if I move it to either one and I lose either one, I'm losing an activation in a game where I'm already like being outraced. So I need to save the activations. That's why I just let Rocket take it in the face.
Yep. And at the very worst, it lost him an activation for this round.
Yeah.
There is part of me that kind of looks like, well, man, maybe Corvus, once he was dazed, had a chance to. He could have easily finished off Rocket, but that was the thought behind it.
Yeah, you didn't expect there was any way that Rocket was taking that.
No, I with as much as Todd has protected Rocket the entire rest of the game, I was like, cool, we'll maybe get a little bit of power off of. Like I get the power off of Groot, and then with that 1 power, I'm able to do the pounce into Rocket, and maybe Todd rolls poorly, and I get. Wait a second, I said something wrong there, but basically, once the bodyguard happens, Panther only needs 1 power, then he gets to pounce, maybe finishes off Rocket that way.
and it technically like nets you 2 activations if I do that, right?
Yeah.
So like there was no world where I was going to take that with anybody but Rocket. For personally, where I was in that situation, because I just couldn't fall behind that many activations to you. I knew you were going to wreck me otherwise.
Yeah. So maybe hindsight, just throw the strike into Groot, but I'm less likely to get the 1 power I need as well. That point that I want for that push. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think in like the world of averages, that comes out like 75% of the time, right? Like I think that's what that is. Like it comes out pretty regularly, but like I'm sure you've played against Rocket and had the little bastard do what he does. Like that's what he did there.
oh my goodness, he's infuriating.
Yeah. These guys saw my last game. I went into him, attacked, pounced, missed, and was like, "Fuck it, I'm leaving him alone. I don't even care."
It's
I just
true.
left him.
It's true.
Well, have we got any other questions about the game? Because I think that what I'd like to do next is kind of ask y'all about the rosters. If we've got anything else.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Okay, I guess
We'll
we'll start with
question Nate then.
So, what did you think of the roster?
As a whole, performed pretty well. I think the roster itself was pretty decent. I wish I had a place where I could have cut a threat to play Killmonger instead of Okoye, or something along those lines, just to really have brought that kill power. My Okoye didn't get to make use of the bodyguard, or at least there weren't any times where it really stood out. That's like, yes, now's the time to get to use her, because it was mostly her getting thrown around, or she just didn't have the power at the time to effectively bodyguard. Probably going back, I could find a spot or two, but I think.
Oh, I think we lost.
Yeah, I don't know where I. Maybe you're supposed to. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Cool. Maybe I was supposed to play at 19 threat instead of 17 to get my roster a little bit more fleshed out. Just upgrade Okoye into Killmonger and run the same list.
Did you? Were you the one that selected points?
Yes, I won
Yeah, 'cause you had
priority.
priority. That's right. Yeah. Maybe so. Wow, I totally lost what I was about to ask you again. Kenny, do you have anything to save me in the meantime?
Yeah, I've got a question for him.
Oh, Tsugi.
What happened?
Nothing. We're throwing questions. Kenny, do you have a question for Nate?
I guess my biggest question was, how do you think the spiders affected you throughout the game? I know this isn't necessarily a roster question, but I know early on you had 4 of the spiders. Do you think that really hurt you early on in the game when you hit 3 out of your 4 characters?
Yes,
the
because
movement?
I was an idiot. I won't say I was an idiot. I hadn't played the demon before, and I had definitely never thought about it with the spiders. It's a deadly combination, and you want to do the incinerate first, because Todd was able to move 2 of my characters onto that middle point and start burning them up. So that made Panther a lot less defensive, and it made Okoye a lot less defensive right from the get-go. And both of those are characters who kind of thrive on their defense side with getting to count blanks, rerolls, and all that kind of stuff. So I think the spiders definitely helped Todd and my own just kind of mistake with this new combination of objectives.
Yeah, I've played on the portals more than once. They're so infuriating, and I hate playing the middle with them. But oh my god, so like when you chose spiders, I was like, oh, like that was the reason why I was like, all right, I had no plan of doing deadly duo second turn until you chose spiders first, and I was like, oh my god, if I can incinerate a bunch of folks here, pitch a card from hand with Star-Lord and Deadly Duo, like I can really do something, which is kind of why I was so mad at myself that I missed that entire setup.
So let's pose the same questions to Todd, because I want to hear his approach for the roster building and then selecting and playing it through this whole advanced R&D process.
What's the question?
Merzain's got the
Of your
question.
roster? Did you like it? Did it work out like we wanted to?
Do you like it?
Do you like it? How did it do? Did it perform how you wanted it to? Did it?
So yeah, I mean, I think it performed as expected to in the conversation that we had, right? Like, so I feel like it did what we thought it would do. And I felt good. Like that was part of the reason why I wanted so many 3-pointers, was to make sure we were good across all the point totals. And I was able to build a team that I thought would be able to compete. I kind of had an idea what he was going to play at 17. I think I called it spot on. But the only thing I wish I had done is actually, and I guess this goes for everybody watching, regardless of how you build your roster, you still need to pay attention to what your opponent has in theirs. because it might change what you decide to take with yours. Because I would not have taken hired muscle. It felt like I was trying to force a play just to counter his play early round one, and I knew it wasn't worth it. But what I was trying to do with it was set a bait trap where I put Star-Lord out there as I did, and try and made him commit to the middle. So like I had to play with what I had. But like, yeah, I feel like from what we built and what we discussed with no knowledge of what you're playing into, like it did what we expected it to do. There's definitely some adjustments I would make if I was going to play it in another event, right? Like that's part of it, right? Like we build a list, we play it, we tweak it, we make some changes, and then we move forward. And I would definitely probably make a couple adjustments to it. But like overall, I liked it. God, that was long-winded for
Just a simple question. No,
I guess my question here. I noticed you brought Vision as a flex 4-point, but my thought, and I mean, I'm going to admit I'm a somewhat fanboy of this character, but bringing Loki in here instead of potentially Vision to slow down the Corvus and Proxima back-to-back activation, slow down the Glaive's Edge or martial prowess or anything like that, especially with Groot being able to potentially throw Root out there. I also noticed you didn't use Root once.
I thought about it
throughout that game.
So I definitely thought about it, but I had to think more about the attacks, especially once he made the hired muscle play, and he had so many of the tokens initially. Like I knew I was giving up 10 points. After turn one, I knew I was going to be down 10 to X because I knew I wasn't going to be able to compete with that. So I had to try and decide what the X was going to be. I expected him to come out at 9 to 10 at the end of round two. Regardless of what I did and how lucky I got with dice, I knew I was going to be down at least 4 to 5. So while if I had been able to get off my hired muscle, if I had paid attention to the fact that he had it, I would have changed my play style. I didn't even realize he had it until he played it. That's how little I paid attention to what he had for tactics cards. Yeah, I was more focused on the roster just being a beast. But that's why I didn't use the root ability. And the reason I brought Vision instead of Loki, we had definitely talked about that. But when you look at this board with all this size 3 terrain and these buildings and the line of sight issues they were going to cause, and the fact that I knew all of his characters were going to be on the ground, I knew if I had 2 flyers, one to go to each side, my hired muscle play would go off. And that gave me the flexibility going into the following rounds. So, like, all of my game plan was based on the fact that I didn't pay attention to what he had in his hand.
And you had not seen this map prior to this
I
game.
did not. Yeah, no, I didn't see this map prior to this game. So when I saw the map, though, I definitely was like, these buildings I can absolutely use to move tokens, get behind, block line of sight, give Corvus and Proxima issues. So that was my mindset when I saw this map.
Did you guys enjoy the map?
I did. Like Total Access Games right there, man. I've been there.
A couple times.
Yeah, it's like right there. It's right there by Groovy Legal Highs. Like that's my favorite store ever next to Total Access Games.
Oh boy.
So
there is a Tennessee Rules on the very far right too.
See? And an ale house? Like this is the best block ever. Why is it burning?
Well, so the
It's the only thing
backstory,
not burning actually.
you missed out, but if you notice, there's the Punisher van in the corner here. So this is the alternate universe where it's Punisher versus everyone. And so he takes it into his own hands that if you're a super being, he is going to punish you. So whether you're a quote-unquote good guy or a bad guy, you are evil in his eye. And he's the defender of the general human being, but he's also a little crazy in this universe. So he's just kind of blowing everything up.
Except Total Access Games and the weed store.
He's what is it, judge, jury, executioner?
That would be
You-
Judge Dredd, so you are
Judge
in the
Dredd.
wrong universe.
You would think
Sure.
the weed sword would be pretty flammable, though.
So
Possibly.
That's why it's the only thing not burning. Honestly, he's like, I can't lose focus.
So Nate, are we counting that game?
I think we might as well, man. I thought going into it, I thought I was feeling pretty good. The hired muscle play went off exactly like I wanted it to, and honestly, at the maybe even top of turn two, I just kind of fall back with everybody except for Corvus, so that he can still do a little bit of work, but then just let
Yep.
all the other spiders kind of run away, hold down this back point, and just keep scoring 5 after 5. But
I mean, like, so
no,
that
dude,
was
count it.
that was my play, right? My idea was the exact same as yours. I was gonna hired muscle, pull these back. I didn't realize you had it, and when I saw you had it, I was like, oh, my plan is out the window, because I was gonna literally pull back to 5 and just fall back,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, you got to chase me and you got to run around these buildings, and like that was gonna be my game plan. But we ended up having to have this like ball of fury, Anchorman style, in the
Death
alleyway.
Zone.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, Thunderdome.
Alexa, play Kenny Loggins.
So, my last question for you guys, going through this entire process of sitting down and recording a podcast separate from each other, you guys never interacted until this point. You know, you talked with Kenny and Merzain about building your roster, the stipulations, what you can't use, what you can use, and then you came to the table, and every single time we play a game with advanced R&D, it's actually going to be a customized map that we build in-house, so you're never going to know what it is before. You can't possibly know. And then you actually...
I'm not playing this Matt in my next game.
I mean, I'll give you the card if you want, but...
Damn
No.
it. I was like, oh,
No.
all right, this will help me against the TTS champion.
No.
Nope, I'm fucked.
Oh, you mean tonight with Esmond? Oh, sure. If you want to play it against him, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Dizzard really likes this map, but thanks, Dizzard. So my question is, coming from start to end, did you have fun? Was it an enjoyable experience?
Absolutely. Like, if you can't just build a roster with some like kind of crazy bullshit restrictions, pardon my language, it's just me. But like, if you can't just do that and have a good time playing the game with good people, like Nate is an amazing guy. I'd play a game with Nate whenever he wants to. Like if you can't just have fun and play a game with somebody and have a good time, like you're probably doing it wrong. So like, yeah, absolutely. From start to finish, this has been great. It's a great idea Kenny and Merzain have. I would recommend it to other content creators to come out and have some fun and flex and do some things that you might not expect to do. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, no, I thought it was an absolute blast. Not getting to know what you're kind of building for, because you don't know what restrictions, what affiliations the opponent is signing up for, is a whole lot of fun all its own. Being able to kind of just talk through that process, and it's also really great, I feel like, for anybody who maybe is newer to the game and doesn't really understand some the synergies that different characters can have in different affiliations, and kind of what to build to. So it's going to be a great resource, probably going down the road, for people hopping into the game, being like, cool, I really like Wakanda. What else can I do with Wakanda? And it, obviously, like, I wasn't able to do Wakanda Wave since Shuri was peeled away from me. But this is another fun thing that you can do with Wakanda.
Another
So,
fun thing you can do with Wakanda, like Corvus Proxima reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate
Taskmaster.
Oh
Todd was sweating this so bad.
dude,
yeah.
like,
He was like talking about it all for like days, or like, dude,
oh my God. Like, well, yeah, of course I would. Like, all right, I lose my best character, arguably across the game. Second only to Nate losing probably arguably the second best character across the game. That was like, wow. Like I didn't think I'd pull it out.
What I'm hearing is you should have also used reality in a reality Corvus.
I mean, so in hindsight, right? Like we had Loki and we had a couple other things we could have just cut right out, like Vision, and just called Corvus Proxima reality, and it would have been great.
Yeah, that might be. We might change that in the future for future episodes. But before we hop off, Todd, I know you've got another game, but Nate, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do with Marvel Crisis Protocol and your channel that you have going on?
Yeah, I've got a little YouTube channel called The Gamers Guild. It covers everything I can think of, at least for Marvel Crisis Protocol. The occasional tactic talk, character reviews, battle reports. So if you haven't got to check it out, check it out. It's hopefully a decent resource for players new to the game, and if you're looking for a little bit of extra advice, maybe.
Did you say hopefully a good resource?
I'd like to think so,
Redact that statement.
It
It's
is a good
hope,
resource.
Like, no, it's not a hopeful. Like, you are, without a doubt, one of the most solid resources for this community.
Especially
So-
new players.
Taco Bell is hopefully a good form of eating food.
How dare you slander Taco Bell?
How
Yeah.
dare you compare Nate to Taco Bell in any way?
No. I'm saying-
burrito. They took away the Mexican pizza.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they
I
took away
know.
all the good stuff.
I know. No, I was gonna say if you want something that you're hopefully gonna enjoy, you go to Taco Bell. If you want something you're going to enjoy, you watch Gamers Guild. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
No, Nate does.
I'm gonna slap you with that
Solid work.
humble pie. Like, no, sir.
Yeah, Nate does solid work. Nate breaks major stories as well. Hint, hint. FFG or AMG.
Jesus.
So what I'm hearing is in 2021 we're gonna have a rematch. That's what it's sounding like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will play. Like I said, I will play Nate whenever Nate wants to play. I love playing Nate.
It's every time we've played, it's been a good game, and I've always learned something as well. Todd's quite adept at it. I need to, man. I just want this freaking pandemic to be over so I can get more, like, just actual games in. We can get like an Adepticon kind of thing going or something. Would be awesome.
Please.
Maybe some Nova.
Please.
Please.
Yes, for the love of God. NashCon. I would love to do a NashCon.
I just want to have
I'm just gonna put it out here now. Whenever Nova happens in 6 years or 3, there's gonna be a party there, and I'm gonna be throwing it.
Yes, please.
He
Turn
may or may
zero.
not be sober.
Oh no.
No, he will not be.
No.
I don't know if that's really a question. I think that's just kind of a fact.
He won't know how
Right.
to spell it. No.
I'm always good to go.
I'm the designated walker. I got to make sure everyone in the team walks safely.
You can't even ride a scooter. I've seen it.
Bro, they wouldn't let me pay to ride a scooter. It wasn't incompetence. It was invalidation.
Right. Yeah. That's what. Tell yourself that.
Whatever, man. Anywho, you have another game, and it's been a nice, long, healthy podcast.
It sounds like
game.
my game got canceled. Esmond is scared of me, evidently.
I wouldn't say
He
that.
just watched this game.
Oh man,
He saw your dice.
Don't even.
No. Esmond said he had something come up, so I don't think mine's going to be played tonight.
I'm totally fine with that. I didn't really want to stream 2 games because we made chili and it smells real good. So I want to go have a dinner break.
Ooh.
There you go.
So we good to go then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Merzain and Kenny, wrap this bad boy up so we can go home and I can have some chili.
All right. Thanks for watching the inaugural episode of the Advanced R&D. I don't know. Show off, playoff, showdown. It's
Throw
high
down.
noon.
Can I retire this list and never play it again?
No,
Dude,
Maybe.
I low-key want to play this list sometime in the future. It
I
seems
like
fun.
both of your lists. Actually,
Yeah.
they both look fun.
It hurt my head. I was not prepared for this.
We hope everyone enjoyed our trip into the jank tank and look forward to exploring more jank in the near future.
Yeah, a couple
in
weeks.
Yeah,
Yep,
got a couple weeks to record, and then hopefully into November we will see the showdown number 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Maybe a X-Men versus Brotherhood.
You're not the first one to suggest that, but we'll have to see what the random number
Yeah.
generator says.
Yeah.
I'm sure this random number generator can be bribed.
I'm pretty sure it can be weighted really heavily, one way or the other.
I mean, I know Merzain's a chocolate milk guy, so, and apparently Kenny's a Taco Bell guy.
Yeah,
True.
Please do not
he's a
combine
Doctor
the two.
Strange. Just
I
threaten to
love-
throw his Doctor Strange in an oven.
Oh,
I love me some Crunch Wraps.
yeah.
Or maybe we could just talk about all the Ghost Riders Merzain's painted, right?
Oh, wow.
It's none.
All right,
All
we'll
right.
get on out of here. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back with Advanced R&D in a couple weeks. Have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.